Well, good morning. Very, very early morning. I don't know whether anybody's up or lying in bed with a device like I do and watch from the bed, not the balcony. And I was awake, more awake than usual. So I thought I looked around, checked to see whether anybody was streaming, and there was nobody about. So I figured I would jump on and see if anybody wanted to play. So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes and see if anybody's up and about. Hi, Aunt Bex. Did you want to go on this morning? Because I know sometimes you jump on, and if you want to, I can get off, or I can invite you to come on with me, or you can just hang out. It's up to you. Whatever you'd like to do. I was kind of waiting to see. Whoops, Arlene. Good morning, Arlene. This is so lovely to see you. I got to mute my Allie. Oh, wow. This is awesome. Very awesome. Hi, y'all. Yeah. Hi, y'all. This is awesome. Let me get some lights over here. A little light. I don't think that's too bright. This is wonderful. Oh, okay. You were thinking about, but your computer gave you a strange message. Well, that's not a good thing. Computers giving strange messages is not a good thing. Okay, all righty. If anybody would like to join me, I'm more than happy to send out a link. Good morning, Pam. Look at all you early risers. Wow, this is awesome. I was watching apparently StreamYard has a Facebook group. That doesn't surprise me. Morning, Rhonda. Lovely to see you. It's okay that I call you Rhonda, right? I think this is right. Jinx, you're on Rhonda, I think. Say yay or nay, or oh, Scott is off today. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, you haven't been to bed? Oh, okay. All righty. Holy mackerel. Yeah, I'm too old for that kind of stuff. I go to bed. I don't sleep very much, but I get a solid. A solid. It used to be a solid 6. Now it's more like a solid 4, and then I'm up and kind of restless. So this morning I got up and walked into the living room and sat down at my desk. So this is exciting. Yeah, I was watching StreamYard has a Facebook group, and they also have a channel, and they do live broadcasts every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, and they answer questions about their streams. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning to you. And viewers, I guess, write the questions on their Facebook community group, and then they go through them. They decide which question is coming up the most, and so then they address it on this live stream. And there's a live chat, just like all of what like we do. And it was amazing. And the woman was very energetic, and her nickname, I guess her name is Melody, but she's known as Mel. And oh, okay. I usually go to bed after Mary's stream, or when I realize she's not coming on. Oh, you're all caffeinated up. Did you get caffeinated up, or you're still decaffeinated and you can kind of drift off? That's hard. Yeah, if you're all set to go. I know. That's interesting. So the question that they were dealing with was very interesting, about scheduling and the benefits of scheduling, and that if you schedule way in advance, then you should promote. I mean, it was very interesting. And it was quite lively chat and a lot of good questions. And I mean, obviously, this channel is to promote StreamYard, and she was talking about a lot of the paid features, and because the feature that I'm using is the freebie, which is, I think personally, is more than enough for, for what I'm doing here. I'm just hanging around here. And hi, Randy. Good morning to you. So lovely to see you. So I thought, I would go on as a I guess just as a spur of the moment type of thing. Woke up and looked around and saw that Mary was not on, so I figured I'd jump on for a while. And I've gotten some Christmas cards, and I've been working in a Christmas-like journal. I guess it's a December daily, except I don't work on it daily. And I'll share it with you because I think I have some kind of neat pages. Most of the pages are Christmas cards, but I've done some different things with the Christmas cards, at least in my mind. So look at all of this pretty stuff. So this is, I was working on a Joey trifold journal from Old Pages. And she always gives you the, so that's what I was working on. Do I have anything in there? No. So I'll throw that on the floor. I just throw everything on the floor. And then when it's all said and done, I get out the broom and sweep up. And that's the end of it. So let me see. Mary Lou. I know Mary Lou. Mary Lou is fast asleep. So I can save the stamp. And it's got the little ho, ho, ho. Stamp marked Providence, Rhode Island. I know. Oh, I can need that button. Has anybody been watching Liesl, Hansel, and Barbara and their Defemera challenge that they're doing? Oops, I've been watching them. They are hysterical. If you haven't stumbled on them, I think Arlene actually put in the link yesterday for Mary. They are hysterical. They are really, really, really funny. Their challenge is very funny. Wow, that's a good sticker there, Mary Lou. That doesn't want to come off. I got to be careful. And they have prompts, and the yes, Mary Lou lives in Riverside, Rhode Island. Are you in Rhode Island, Randy? My son went to Johnson and Wales in Rhode Island. I was born in Newport, Rhode Island on the Navy base. So I've got some Rhode Island background too. A good part of my family's lived in the New England area. My son lives in Boston. My sister lives in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Oh, you're from Massachusetts. Yeah. Oh, you're in Western Mass. Yeah, he's in the Boston area. And then he and his wife have a house in Watertown. And he works in Cambridge, and she teaches in the Boston area. But they have another home at Cape Cod, so they go there every weekend. I call it it's their children. Instead of having children, they bought a second home in Cape Cod. All right, I want to say, well, Santa's going to have to be legless. He sits down a lot anyway. All right, and I'm not going to fight with this. I'm going to get out a paper. Do you remember the old paper envelope openers? I don't have one. My mother had one. Man, she used it like a pro. She never tore open an envelope. That was not ladylike. She had one of those long letter openers and very, very meticulously opened the envelopes. Not like I'm doing, because I want to save man, I'm not having a good time this one. I want to save the stamp and the postmark. You always had one? Yeah. So this is from Mary Lou. Oh, Mary Lou, look what you gave. Ooh, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That's that felty stuff. Hi, Gail. Good morning. Nope, I couldn't sleep either. You got that right. Now, is this... No, I guess I didn't. I was going to ask whether that was flocking or not. It's flocking pretty. No. But flocking's kind of like, I don't think it is flocking. It's flocking, faux flocking in a beautiful pocket. Mary Lou. And I just sent her a card, just a card. And I sent tags to people and cards to people. And oh, look, all these little bits and pieces. They can all go in the little journal. How cool is that? Ooh. Aw. Some stockings, actually. Yeah. All right. I have a lot of stuff like that. I've got a lot of, I have a lot of homemade ornaments. Actually, all the ornaments on my tree are homemade. I know, faux flocking. I could mess up, but especially this early in the morning, I should be very careful. Well, those of you that are familiar with me, you know I have a bit of a mouth problem, and I can't tell you how hard it is to contain myself. Oh, this is from my niece who lives in Merrimack, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. And there's another little, see, the postal office has these little neat little graphics. It's a little guy holding a package here. Happy holidays. Okay. Well, I had a day yesterday. I hate going out. It's just such a bother. And of course, I had to go out. I had some errands I had to run. And I am the great procrastinator. How many of you guys are procrastinators? Anybody out there a procrastinator? I'm waiting. Fess up. Procrastinators out there, unite. Or are you waiting for another day? Are you going to tell me tomorrow? Get it? Tell me tomorrow you're procrastinating. Just kidding. That's a pretty card. I put some, when I made, yep, okay. I did, on some of the cards that I made, I put a little bit of, elevation in it, just to, like a little piece of things. Okay. They're hoping I'm doing well. I am doing well. Thanks, Sue and Jim from Merrimack, New Hampshire. And this is from the one and only, Miss Arlene. Thank you, Arlene. You didn't have to. I'm a great procrastinator. So yesterday it got down to a point. Ooh, how pretty. I love these type of cards. I love it. Now that's embossing. Right? That's embossing with the gold. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. I like that green too. I really like dark greens and blues. So thank you, folks. Thank you, Arlene and Sue and folks out there. Thank you for coming. He has to stop cussing to do better on YouTube. I think he's going to implode sometimes. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not that bad. I do have a break. I do have a filter. I call it a filter. So I do have a filter. Not when I'm live, but I do. You want everything done already? Yeah. Yeah. I used to be that way. I really was. I was of the same mindset. If there was something to do, I was going to do it, and it was going to be done, and then I didn't have to worry about it. And maybe it's because I'm retired and I don't really give a shit. There I go. But sometimes you just have to do stuff. So yesterday was one of those days. And anybody that's been out now, it is a frigging 3-ring circus out there. People seem to be they're either driving the absolute worst, or they are being courteous and kind and letting people in line. You know what I'm saying? So I saw both of that yesterday. All kinds of driving. So my car needed a clean. It needed to be cleaned. And My son and grandsons were here in October, and they used my car, and they went to the beach a lot. So therefore, there was a lot of sand in my car from October. And I normally take the car right as soon as they go home. Hey, good morning, Susan. Your filter broke a long time ago. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. It's hard to put it back together again, isn't it? It certainly is. It's hard to put everything back together again, for sure. Yeah, Popo's here. Well, good morning. Are you off today? Or are you getting ready for work? I can't remember from last night. Yeah, we get in trouble sometimes. So anyway, I went down to the car wash place, and I pulled in, and she said, "Well, they have this little thing. What do you want? This service, that service?" I said, "I want the top of the line. I want the best service you got." And she said, "You mean good morning, Mina? Uh, good morning, Mina." And she said, "I said I want whatever the best is." Well, that's the platinum. I said, "Fine, that's what I want." And then she said, "Well, you want the inside?" "Yeah, I want the inside done. I want a vacuum. There's sand everywhere. I want the best you got." "Oh, okay, all right." And then they try to sell you like a yearly membership. And I don't wash my car that often because I live in Florida and the car's garage. It doesn't get really dirty other than when I can't call them what I call them, but they're called June bugs. And I don't know if you're familiar with June bugs, but June bugs come about, and then they attach to one another and they make love. I don't call them the make love bug. I call them a word that begins with F, bugs, and they smear all over your car. So I had some of those on the front of the car. So I take it in, it goes to the wash thing, and then they bring it around the side, and then it's like the car wash crew descends on the car. All the doors are open, and there's 3 or 4 guys running around, and they're, washing down the dashboard, and they're washing the windows inside and out, and they're, doing the tires and everything. And it takes they said it was going to take about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, which is not bad. So, hi, little sister Cheryl Crafton. Good morning to you. So lovely to see you. So the guy comes, "Hi, Leah. Good morning." It was so nice. So the guy comes over, right? And I'm sitting down, I'm outside. They have Wi-Fi. It's a little chilly. And I'm listening to a podcast. And the guy comes over and he goes, "Mazda, Mazda." Then it dawned on me that I'm the Mazda because that's what I'm driving. I'm driving a Mazda. So he says, "Your car's ready." "Oh, okay. All righty. Super." And typically, a lot of times they'll say, "Do you want to check it? Do you want to check to see whether whether it's to your likings?" And this guy didn't say that to me. I didn't think anything and got in and drove away. Fortunately, I was continuing on my error run. So the first poor driving I ran into, "Good morning, Nettie. So lovely to see you." So the first incident of annoying driving was went up to the light. I had to do a U-turn at the light, and it's one of those like 30-second green arrows. And this guy, big truck, obviously on his cell phone, he sat through the entire green light. The entire green light. I was beeping, the person behind me was beeping, and when he finally moved, he went through when the light had turned yellow, so no one else could go through. So I had to sit through the whole cycle again. Annoying. Oh, yeah, very annoying. So I turn around and I'm going back, and my next stop is at the liquor store. I was buying some wine for the people I'm going to some friend's house for Christmas and staying there. So I got the wine and everything. And when I opened the back of my car, it had not been vacuumed. There was sand everywhere. Everywhere, sand everywhere. I was so pissed off. I was livid. And the thing is, I was thinking, if I had not gone to the liquor store or to any store, I wouldn't have opened the back of that car for weeks. I don't know when I would have opened the back of the car. So that was an added stop. Fortunately, it was on the way home. So I went right back, pulled in, tried to be nice. And I was sputtering. I was so angry. And the guy said, oh, we'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. And the guy that told me the car was ready, he was standing over there. He didn't come anywhere near me because I don't know whether he was in charge of the final check. Someone's got to be in charge of a final check. Anyway, so they get in there and they start vacuuming. They're vacuuming the whole car all over. They're vacuuming the back. And then they're outside polishing the front of doing like they're doing the whole car over. I'm going, no, you don't have to do the whole car over. You just vacuum the thing. And so they vacuumed it. And the guy said, oh, have a Merry Christmas. And I said, well, you too. I was just, crap service. You're right. You're right. And I was just, and I've never had trouble there. And maybe it was just the guys working there. And there was still sand in the car. I mean, it got down in the cracks. So if I really want to be, anal about it, I can go out with my vacuum cleaner and get the rest of this, where the gear shift is, where you shift, it's like it's on, mine is on the console there, and there's like faux leather that has wrinkles, and in there's all bunch of sand in there. I mean, all you have to do is take a vacuum cleaner with a nozzle and get it. So I don't know. I might go and finish off the job, but I was angry and frustrated. So then I turned around and then I had to go to the supermarket, which was not that bad. I had to get kitty litter. I mean, Becky can relate to the kitty litter haul. That stuff is heavy, and I'm not as strong as I used to be. I used to be able to buy the 25-pound boxes, but I can't lift those anymore. So now I'm down to buying the 19 pounds. And sometimes when I'm feeling really weak, I carry the 14 pounds. But I got the kitty litter, and there were several other things I got. And when I got home, the one thing that I went to the store for, I forgot because I didn't have a list. I was so mad at myself. So I have to go back. But it's nothing I need desperately. Especially, well, I mean, I paid and I gave them a really good tip. At this place, you tip them. They ask you, when you pay for the service, they ask you, do you want to leave a tip? And then they all get it, and so some people just put it on their credit card. There's a tip jar there, and I gave them a substantial tip. I thought it was. I gave them a $20 tip, and I thought I was being very Christmassy, and then then they get crappy service because they didn't know I gave them a $20 tip. Anyway, that's my adventure for yesterday. When I got home, I was exhausted, totally wiped out, whipped, and I'm not normally, that way. I just, you forget, I guess, as you get older, that you just don't have what it takes to do those things. Yeah, I think so. You're right. It's sad. It's so obvious. And the only good thing is gas has gone way down here in Florida. It was I saw it for $2.74 because, I filled up last week when it was $2.99. So anyway, here's my Christmas daily December thingy, which I'm not really working in daily. I'm working in it, whenever. And what I did was I took a Magnolia magazine, the 257 there. Yeah, it is coming down. That's great. I took a Magnolia magazine. It's called the Magnolia Journal, and it's published by Chip and Joanna. They have that TV show. Now they have their own channel. $3 where you are. Okay. And this is their last year's. Well, it's not it. This was their last year's Christmas edition, and I know you've seen this before when you maybe not when you fold the magazine this way, it gives you kind of a different look. So I folded the magazine, and this one had a lot of Christmas stuff in it. This year's Christmas edition has nothing in it, no Christmas stuff. So anyway, this was a page that was out of the magazine that I tore out to make the cover. And so some of the pages And then I just started filling it. I found this neat quote: believe in unearthing beauty, however hidden or subtle it might be. Um, and then I took my friends out to dinner, and here's the receipt for the dinner. This was already in the sheep, so I left that in there. There's the end of it. I got a Christmas wreath. I bought a Christmas wreath from the school I used to work at as a fundraiser. That's a picture of it on my front door. They make the most beautiful, oh my gosh, the most beautiful Christmas wreaths, and they are so fresh. I mean, when I open the front door, I can smell the pine, and that's the name of them, Meekman Brothers. And there's a cutout. I love this. The quote is, "How can you approach each day open to the unexpected?" And then there's a picture of a bunch of Santas running a race. So I thought that would be unexpected if you saw a bunch of Santas running a marathon. So that was December 3rd. And then I stopped. And then a Christmassy double LL Bean catalog Christmas page fit right on there, slapped it down. And in the magazine, this was an actual picture, a layout in the magazine. And I had two little red cardinals that I added. I cut those out, fussy cut the cardinals out, and then just added them to this picture. So it's kind of cool, very Christmassy. And then just some random pictures out of a newspaper. This is a scene from the book. There's the red Ford pickup truck, and many of you know that I've done that in Legos. This is out of a catalog. Just ran a race in contest. So I said, never run in costume, as it knocks you. Yes, it does. You know, you have that wobbly. I can't imagine running with a beard, you know. And that's the other part of the page. And this is a die cut that I made, cut out with magazines. I have a die cut. And again, this is a graphic fairy Santa. So I just started gluing stuff down. And then as the cards came in, and this is something I had this laying around. As the cards came in, they started going in. And then this is from Becky, her snowman that she made a watercolor out. And then I think she used a GIMP, is the process, the Photoshop, free Photoshop program that she uses. It's called GIMP. And she sized it down and made her beautiful Christmas cards out of that. Added some sparkle. And then these are cutouts from Christmas cards that I get. You get those free Christmas cards if you know, from the Wildlife Association or St. Jude's. I cut the polar bear out, stuck that down. And then this is some more Christmas bits that I had lying around. This is something that I wrote, and this was on a scrap of paper. Some more LL Bean stamps. This was a dove on the cover of another card. Warm winter wishes. And again, I'm just picking up little pieces, just little pieces of stuff, out of magazines. This was out of the post office. Thank you so much. The post office catalog. That's an ornament that the post office is selling. This is just something from Graphics Fairies, another ad cut out from a card. This is a free digital download from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I love the frogs. Just some little bits and pieces. Then, let's see. Okay. And then just some more stuff. Here's another card that I got. This is from Judy Patton. And this is from my sister-in-law. So I'm kind of altering the cards. Again, little stamps. I'm just sticking them in here. This is from the Janet Nash envelope. And there's lots of bits and pieces from Janet Nash in here too. Let's see, maybe that's the... And of course, you have to have the Coca-Cola polar bears. Absolutely no idea how the heart got tagged on the end of that statement. Okay. Oh, it could better a heart than something else, I guess. um, so polar bear napkins I saved when I flew to Utah a couple of years ago for Christmas. When you get a drink, they have the polar bear, and I save those. And this is just some random die cut I did. Now, this is the page where I took another Christmas card. I took it apart, folded it, and then I made, which I love doing, I made a pop-up. I don't know if you can see it, but this is up. These are all popped up. So, let's see, close it like so, and then a pop-up. And so these are little bits and pieces that I cut out. And like, I'm sorry, I have such a glare, but these are all, and this is the card here. This is the card. And then these are little pop-ups, and this, like this, and this came out from, and this came from Janet. And I made a stencil just to cut out a quick little Christmas tree on a piece of packaging. Oh yeah, Beck, that was, yeah, that was a special card. That one had to go to you. Yeah. Becky's card. Well, she'll show it to you when it's time to see it, but it was a very special card. And then this was in the magazine, Reawakening Christmas. So why would you mess that up, right? Just leave that right there, you know. And this is Nettie's, Miss Nettie. Put that on, and that's where I am. So I've had a lot of fun with this, and now now I have a. I don't know how to fix that glare, folks, because I have this. Yeah, it's just gonna. Well, maybe it's just one of those. I don't have real good lighting. I apologize for that, but and sit in the dark. Yeah, when you come to a page like this, I can't take. Let me try this over here. Well, that's not too bad. You don't know what you don't know what to. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I love that. That's an embossing folder, Arlene, and I love that cityscape. And then I just colored it in to make it Christmassy. Yeah, yeah, that's fun to do too. These pages are like they're set, so I don't know what to put in there. I don't know really what that I want to cover it. So that's when you get to this. Do I cover it with a card, or do I find some other embellishment? Like this is this I think I would cover, which I will cover. But this is kind of nice. This is kind of Christmassy with the cookies and such. And I did cover this one. I'm going to leave the cookies. But this is another Polar Bear Coca-Cola napkin that I glued down. And this is kind of Christmassy. The popcorn I can cover. Okay. Gonna get some fresh coffee. Gotta have some fresh coffee. I'm gonna leave that and probably cover this. But anyway, so I've got, in this, I think I'll leave that and cover that. Anyway, so let's figure out, let me get some stuff out. I got some cards here that I can stick on. And I have a bag of Christmas bits. You want winter, not muddy, slushy, yucky. Yeah. You're in Western Massachusetts. Okay. It's gonna be 50. Wow, you have a pocket of warmth. Everyone else is in a deep, 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 deep freeze. Really deep freeze. See, I've been using this. This is from St. Jude's, but I've been using the snow. I've been cutting out the snow and gluing that down. And rain. Oh, yeah. Yeah, rain's not fun. And this was a gift bag. My sister-in-law gave me my favorite gift, a bottle of Hendrick's gin. And this is flocking. I think this is real flocking, not faux flocking. It's that kind of, but I cut it and it's pretty on the other side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but something has to be done with this. Yeah, that storm is like crazy. I know some people are going to be really cold. I've got some Christmas stamps. I got a little cardinal. So I've got all these things I've been saving, and we'll pull those out and start building a Christmas page. I got that. That might work. And napkins, and bits and pieces, little music. I think I'll put the cards down. Some of this stuff is out of those paper packs, you know. That's what I bought. I guess they're handmade cards and tags, but when I sometimes I think I'm cheating when I buy the Christmas paper pack, and then I go and I watch May Made It or May Can, and she does the most amazing thing. She'll take one Christmas pack. I'm sure many of you have seen her. If you haven't, you should really check her out. She'll take one Christmas pack, a 12 by 12 pack, right? And she will make 60 cards and tags. Amazing. And I watched her the other day, and the paper pack that she was using, I actually was able to buy, and it was from a couple of years ago, so it was an older pack, so it was not that expensive. Gail's saying, let's see, I don't like it when it's slippery out. Yeah. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be awful? Is that right? Well, we are. I mean, they say that Christmas Eve morning here is supposed to be 37 degrees. I'll believe it when I see it. 37 degrees is that's yeah. We'll see. I'm not sure though. See, I hate that the worst. I think what Aunt Beck has right now, 40 degrees and raining, is the most miserable. Very abnormal for Florida. Yeah. And I'm in the middle of the state. So if you get up to like Tallahassee and Jacksonville and that area, they will be probably below freezing, and maybe even in the high 20s. So this is a little thing from the Animal ASPCA. You know, when you donate to these folks, it's great to be able to donate, but then they never ever leave you alone. You'd like to be able to say, this is my one and only donation, but that's not the case. And then, obviously they're playing on your emotions, and you get all sorts of things. I get stuff from the ASPCA all the time, and that is a wonderful, it's a wonderful organization. And then, Arlene, I'm going to do this so I can use this. Recycle the card, because I think that, look at that. That green is going to work there. I think. And I could fold it and then put something here. And then actually, I could do that. I never thought about that. I could leave this like so, and then it would be in there. Or I could just, maybe I'll cut that out and put that back there so I know it's from you in future years. Yeah, but this is what I'm doing. Let's see. Yes, I have a few more free notepads and greeting cards. Oh yeah, I use them for shopping lists and everything. And I was watching, I watch, obviously, watching TV in the evening, watching, and then in the evening, typically at the same time, there are ads for. That's true. That's right. They'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Yep. Um, I have a whole box of greeting cards for every occasion. You're moving, I got a card for you. Have a new home, I got a card for you. You lost your sister, I got a card for you. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. I'm thinking of you. There's a card for that. And I've got a whole box of them. And I'm going to put that right there. And they just keep coming. And then if you're on TV, usually at the same time every night when I'm watching the news, St. Jude's comes on with their heart-wrenching, campaign to donate to children with cancer. And man, could there be a better cause? They really, it's just amazing what they do. And the people that have those children are so sick and there's no charge, and they take care of the families, and they create this wonderful support system. And it's only 63 cents a day, folks. And that's what they say. It's only 63 cents a day, $19 a month. And then the next commercial might be horrible pictures of poor, shaking, freezing animals. Hi, Mitzi. Same thing. Only 63 cents a day. Won't you help the freezing dogs? And then there's a whole bunch more I'm missing. Homeless children, the Covenant House. They didn't, they're on the streets and they need help. And that's only 63 cents a day or $19 a month. And so in my head, I started adding that all up. And to try to figure out what it would cost if I donated that $19 a month to several different organizations. If I had the money, I would donate. Yeah. It's a lot of money. I know. It's tough. It's tough. And then I think, well, I could buy a couple of less art things. So I know. But I think about it. Have I done anything about what I'm thinking? No. But you can't? Well, I've never, I think you have to donate a lot of money in order to deduct it on your taxes. I don't know. I've never donated. It's trying to pull my phone screen. See, okay, yeah. But it's just, it's a thought. I think those are the kind of things that I think about. Oh man, I'm like Becky. It's a fun game if I won the lottery. And there's always, when I see the people lining up for the lottery here in Florida, they're all really old people. I'm thinking, what are they doing, getting a lottery? But I'm assuming they would give it to, is 500? Oh, okay. Is that what you're saying, Arlene? Before you can deduct? Every once in a while. And this is my reasoning. I'm not going to bother unless it's like $450 million. Now that's a dumb thing. Oh, okay. That's a stupid thing. I should just, if I want to buy a lottery ticket, of course, in New York, they always say you can't win unless you play. So I know that. So every once in a while, And then I already have, as like Becky, she said she'd be broke. I already have that money spent. I know exactly where I would give that money. I know exactly what I would do with it. I was a volunteer fireman, firewoman, fire person, and those volunteer fire departments up in rural communities, they get very little money from the area that they live in. We have fundraisers to raise money. It's always a struggle. You have to buy their own equipment. I would give all of the 3 volunteer fire departments that I worked with when I was a fire person, I would give them money to help them along. So that would be a big chunk of it. Obviously, I would take care of my kids and grandkids and make sure there was money there for them. And then where I lived in Bemis Point, New York, there was this little tiny, the cutest little library. I would love to give that library some money to keep it going. I love that library and the librarians that worked in there. And this was a library that was built during the age of the philanthropists. Andrew Carnegie of Steel of Pittsburgh, he donated. He built over 3,000 libraries across the United States, and this little library was built. It was an Andrew Carnegie library, which I thought was cool. So I have that. I think that's very pretty, and this I think can go in here. And then when you open this, you'll see this. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, good. Carol's going to join us in a moment or two. All tucked in his box. Oh. Does he have a new box or he's in the basket? Or where'd you post it? You posted on the... Let's see, Facebook, yeah, Becky. Okay, let's see. I don't know whether you can see that. Let's see. There he is. I mean, he's smiling. If that's not a cat smile, I don't know what is. That is a cat smile. That's adorable. My Lily is, I don't know. The ladies that I hang out with, they know that there's something not right with her. That's not it. You posted it on IG. Okay, that's not the one. Okay. And I'm so concerned, and I don't know what's going on with her. And I've taken her to the vet, and I'm giving her all sorts of medication, and she's just not. Nice. No, I want to put that up there. That covers that, but then that looks. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Let's see. I want to cover that. Well, I could do that. That's not too awful bad. And then you have. Oh, okay. All right, I think I'll do that. And then come up with something down here. And that covers the writing. And that wants you to want to open it to see this. That's what I'll do. So Lily has started, she has taken to biting me. And she never did that. She never bit me. She never did anything like that. And she'll jump into my lap, and be very lovey-dovey and purring and wanting to, and I'll pet her. And obviously, she starts biting me. And for no reason. Am I petting her too hard? I don't know. I'm petting the same way I've pet her since for the last 9 years. Well, yep, exactly, Arlene. That's what I read. So I went online and that's the question. What's going on when your cat or suddenly starts biting you? And it said it means she's in pain and take her to the vet immediately. You're right, Arlene. So I took her to my vet. And she'd already been diagnosed with arthritis. And she's been on arthritis medicine for a couple of years now. You know, I have arthritis, so it's like interesting. I've got arthritis, and she does too. And then the vet prescribed a medicine that is, it's a human medicine. It's a human medicine that I have to get at the pharmacy. And she gets a half a capsule. Yep, it might not be. And then she's got pain drops that are apparently very potent, and she only can have one little drop every 3 days. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Gabapentin. Yes, Becky, that's the one that's supposed to chill her out. And they said it's good if your animals get scared, that when they get scared for thunder and lightning storms. And so she gets that every day along with her arthritis medicine. So it's like I'm staying away from that. I'm basically petting her on the head. I'm not. Yeah, it's also chronic pain. Yes, that's what I read the thing on it. So she gets a half a capsule, and these capsules are not easy to get apart. It's they're glued together, so you can't just twist them and take them apart. And I cut the capsule in half, and usually half of the capsule falls into the food, which is good, and the other capsule, flies all over the place. So I usually don't get all of the medicine in her. And the one vet solution was, and unfortunately, it's really not a solution. I live in Florida, and all my floors, I have all tile floors. The entire house is either tile or wood. And he said, well, you could carpet your house. And I said, well, no, I don't think so. I'm not going to carpet the house. He said, well, you can prevent her from jumping. Now, I don't know how you prevent a cat from jumping. I don't know. But you take Gabapentin, yep, It does a lot of things for nerve pain. Okay, that's what it said, nerve pain. And apparently, in lower dosages, again, she gets a half a capsule, and I don't, and that's probably the lowest dosage. So that's what she's taking. And she's still nipping me. She wants to sleep, on top of me. She's got her head, she gets on my shoulder in bed, and then all of a sudden, I feel the wet nose on my bed, and I don't like the wet cat nose on my cheek. I don't like that. So I think I'll stick that there. Let's see what people are saying. Take Gabapentin. Okay, you're familiar with it. Nerve pain. All right. If it's some fancy pet food that keeps them warm. What? Hi, Carol. Good morning. You want me to send you a link? I'm assuming I'm sending you a link. Yes. You ready? You got your camera set up? I'm waiting for Carol to say yes. Yay or nay, Carol? Invite? Anybody wants a link? Free links today. Come on. I'm assuming. Oh, okay. You have that. Yeah. Yeah. I know. That's the problem. Okay, Beck. I'll send Becky and I'll send Carol after she gets her coffee. She can come in. Let's see. This is so easy on Carol. And Becky. Okay, send. All right. Now, apparently, if you have the paid version of this, you know, this is on StreamYard, and it's also on my YouTube channel. So it's recording on YouTube. It's not recording on StreamYard. But if you get the paid version, I guess that should really go there. You can apparently now push it out to several other. You can push it out to, you can push it out to Facebook. I guess you can stream on Facebook. Is that always been a feature? Bye, Gail. See you later. Has that always been a feature? Is that something new? Because I didn't know you could actually live stream on Facebook, but apparently you can. And there are several others. Twitch is one. Twitch, and it's always been there. Okay. Okay, Becky's in the house. She's got some stuff on her table.
Yeah, I'm thinking about go ahead and do a book for my cards, and then after Christmas I can just put it together.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just wish I had some 12 by 12 black.
Oh, yeah, I don't have 12 by 12. I only have the 8 by, the regular stuff. But that black, I didn't realize that. And there's and I didn't realize either that, well, I guess this is through StreamYard, you can push out announcements, obviously. And, those of us that use StreamYard, it'll tell them that it already pushes it out. Oh, really? Look at this, Crazy Nightmares. Oh, wow. I wonder if that has those effects on Lily. I wonder if that's, that's why she's stuck to me at night, man. She never did that before. She's glued to me at night. She couldn't get any closer to me at night. Yeah, I guess I could get one of those warming pads. She usually sleeps in a chair. Again, it's Florida, and it's not really, I mean, it's cool. I can't even complain about it being cold when you look at the weather that you guys are putting up with, it's not cold. I mean, right now, if I tell you, I mean, I haven't had my AC on for days, which makes me very, very, very happy. And the temperature in the house right now, I'm sure none of your homes are this warm. It's 75 in the house right now. I mean, that's pretty perfect. Oh, Arlene, it made me see bugs. Holy crap. And look how many of you have taken this drug and have not had a good result. That is crazy. Wow. Awful. Well, who knows what it's doing to Lily? Every once in a while, she'll have what we call the zoomies, and she'll run around. Right now, she's sleeping under the Christmas tree. She's like a Hallmark. There's a Hallmark moment. She's under the tree next to the Lego truck. I've shared some of those pictures, but I think I'll cut out this little holly. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it for a week and I was useless. absolutely useless.
Yeah.
And a dry mouth. Oh,
Oh yeah. I have dry mouth because of my meds. I'm always sucking on dry mouth lozenges. Yeah, I've got that, especially in the middle of the night. Oh my God, Brenda. She dreamed of violent animals, domestic and wild, and dead things and blood. Jeez. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that's amazing how meds, yeah. I'm on a lot of meds, for my various ills and pain. And fortunately, I don't have any side effects really. We only take it. I only take it when it feels like, oh my Lord, Rhonda. Oh, you poor thing. God. So many of us. Yeah. It's not fun. Not fun. You don't think about this. I didn't think about, I was looking forward to retirement and traveling and doing all sorts of things. Wow, your doctor calls it rotten nutrient. Oh my Lord. So even your doctor knows that's interesting. I had great plans to do all sorts of things. And then my body just said to me, my body said, no, you're not. You're not doing any of those things. So, some of my problems were man-made, meaning lousy surgeons who screwed up surgery. That bastard. Well, I will call him a bastard. The only good thing he did for me was he ticked off the box permanently disabled for my handicap parking thing. Wasn't that nice of him? Because he made me permanently disabled. I was telling somebody the other day, only in Florida, you're permanently disabled, but you're only permanently disabled for 3 years. And then you get better. Then it's a miracle. 3 years later, you're no longer permanently disabled. You have to fill out the paperwork for another card. Because I guess in Florida, too, people, you could have died. Safia, good afternoon, I think, or early morning, late morning. Hello, what are you doing? I don't know.
I'm making a hinge binding. A hidden hinge binding.
Yeah, I'm working in a Christmas thing, and Mary, I guess, slept in. So I couldn't sleep, and I figured, oh well, I might as well. I know there's some folks out there that were ready to be viewers, and I figured, well, and here you are. It's so wonderful. All of a sudden, people are here, and I love it. But it's a different mindset, looking at the clock, seeing what time it is, and then deciding to actually get up and do something that, creates some sort of coordination with your hands and your mouth, and try to pull it all together in the wee hours of the morning. It's a different challenge for sure than in the evening or in the normal time. Oh, see, me too, Brenda. Me too. My knee replacement was supposed to give me mobility, but it was botched. He put the wrong size prosthetic in. The wrong size. They didn't measure right. They put the wrong size in. I have a shattered kneecap. So I really just bits and pieces of a kneecap. And So that knee's not very stable. I can't, I mean, I have to take stairs one at a time. So stairs are a real challenge. And that's what I dream. I dream running up and down stairs. Hi, Carol. Good morning.
I'm going to move my lighting. I'll be right back with you in the light.
Okay. I know lighting is I don't have good lighting. I bought one of those ring lights that was pretty good. It diffused the light, but then it burnt out, and you can't. I've looked everywhere. It's really hard to find a replacement.
That's a little better.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay. It's just when I sit here and I have this light on and my hair is visible, it just does crazy things to it. My white hair is just like a nightmare.
Kind of washes out.
Yeah, it turns everything bright.
Arlene, oh dear, I know. You're all gung-ho and your body goes, nah, I don't think so, Arlene. You better just chill it. You just better chill. Yeah. It's not what I expected in my retirement years. But could be worse. It always could be worse. So I, fortunately, Florida is very flat, and very few two-story homes are in Florida. And most of the houses are one-story, and so I don't have to worry about stairs. I only have to worry about stairs when I go and stay with my friends in Cape Canaveral, because they have a two-story condo. So, but they have a bathroom downstairs, and I go up once at nighttime for bed when I go to bed, and come down in the morning, and that's it. So I'm not going up and down the stairs, So,
yeah.
So it's doable. I wouldn't want to do that all day. And I know the mistake I made. I blame myself. I don't know why I blame myself. But I blame myself because I went to a doctor, an orthopedic surgeon, who didn't do knees, and that was my mistake.
Oh.
If you go, he did shoulders and arthroscopic stuff, right? Which is totally different than a total knee. And I asked him whether he did total knees, and he was a cocky SOB. Oh, of course I do total knees. Oh, okay. Mm. When you're having something like that done, you go to a doctor that's all they do. That's all they do. They don't do anything else but total knees, and usually they do hips too. And they do that, 30, 40 a month, and that's all they do. And they've seen every single, problem or contingency. And their staff, it was his assistant that did the measuring.
Yeah.
No, he shouldn't have. He should have said, no, you should go to so-and-so.
Yeah, exactly. Refer you to somebody that does it all the time.
Right. That's your best bet to have a good outcome. I mean, that's my opinion, but my niece had both of her knees done at the same time up in New Hampshire, but she went to a guy, an orthopedic service, that's all they do. And they measure, and so the prosthetic was not the right. They call it a total knee, but they don't typically. The patella is not involved. They literally slide the patella off to the side, and then they cut off the top of the femur. I've watched it. I've watched the total knee surgery, on TV. You can find it. It is brutal. There's saws and drills and hammers, and it's a very It's a very
See, I can't watch that because then I would never have a knee replacement. I'd just deal with the pain. I
Right.
can't watch the surgeries.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see. I'm
Oh, I
curious.
can't. I have nightmares.
Yeah.
But I
It
can
was.
watch that guy that does cow hooves.
Oh yeah. Okay. The farrier.
I watch that.
Yeah. I like watching. Okay, Arlene. Let's see. Yeah, he shouldn't have done it. Yeah, he should have said no. Oh, Safia. I just read that there. Her dad, her last email, he was on a catamaran off Antigua. There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
I've got thunder.
Oh dear.
And Bernadette's outside. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. All righty. Get her in. Get her in. Oh, wow. I don't have a kneecap. I have a knee patella syndrome. Oh, my kneecap was too small to put back during surgery. Wow. That's awful. Yeah, I was told many, many, many years ago by an orthopedic surgeon up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that you don't really need a kneecap. And it just seemed like really. Built a ramp. Okay. Built a ramp. Okay. That's helpful. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. The ramp. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I'd like to. There was actually an animated. I'm gonna stick this little guy right down here. And it's an educational channel, and I think it's called Eric with capital letters. And I don't even know, but it's an animated total knee surgery where you get to perform the surgery. And it has all the tools and it has the procedure. And if you don't follow the right procedure, then, you get, it gives you it stops you from proceeding. So if you forget to check the patient's blood pressure, it won't let you proceed. And all the little tools are on the side, and you grab the tools and you get the saw and you get the drill and you get the hammer and you line up the knee. Okay. When I rejected pain pills and got up and walked to the bathroom unassisted a couple of hours after surgery, my surgeon freaked out. I had no pain. Just done almost 1,000. Wow. Holy, that's amazing. That's just, yeah. I cannot. The pain. Yeah, that pain was. I had one of my knee operations. I had that. I called it the bendy machine. They bring it to the house. They set it up, and you put your knee in it, and it bends it.
Yeah, my mom had that.
Yep. I had the bendy machine. And then the other guy I went to, he didn't believe in the bendy thing, so I didn't have the bendy thing. Oh, okay. You got to watch your own cesarean, and that's an ugly process. Yeah, I've seen that on TV. Yeah, I don't know what I'd want to. Yeah, that would be weird. All right. Oops, get rid of the. Let's see what we got here.
I'm doing Kathy Orta's binding method. Kathy Orta King.
Yeah, let me make you big. Let me make you small. I have to make you small in order to make you big. Maybe not. There you go. Is that with the, is it folded? Yeah, the accordion. And then you put the.
Yeah, and then you make your little things I'll be
Yep.
taping these together, and then you
Yep.
have like
And then you stick
these
the
will be
pages in.
stuck together. It's hard to see black.
Now the pages go in between those valleys, right? The pages going.
The pages go on the piece that sticks up.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're going to get 2 pages per mountain.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, a front and a back.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I
I've
gotta
used
get
that
all these
binding.
holes
Yeah.
in before and I'm gonna have 1/4 inch in between because things will be bulky.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've used that binding before. What did you call it?
I think she calls it her hidden hinge binding. And I always give her credit because she gets upset when people don't give her credit.
Okay. Well, I'm sure she's not the first to do that, but that's okay.
Yeah, but you know how some people are.
Yeah. I've learned that. I've seen that, and I've learned that from so many different crafters. It's a great. I have that in
Yeah.
my cowgirl caboodle thing. Macy's. I understand that. The brain just says no. Very squeamish, yeah. I wasn't given the option for that with either of mine. And this is my daughter is a nurse. Her first surgery when still in school was a knee replacement. Oh, yeah. Huh. With this surgeon. She gave me gory details. She said it's a brutal surgery to watch. It is. I mean, they're literally sawing off the top of your femur. My hubby wouldn't even come into the delivery room until the nurse told him the saddle block had taken effect. He stayed a little pale. Good morning, Mary Lou. I been taking apart Christmas cards. Yours included. Did I get to yours? Oh yeah, I have some of your bits and pieces, and I'm putting them in my Christmas my December thingy. So thank you, Mary Lou. Thank you so much. And this is a nice card because this could be used again as a card. That's why sometimes I'm tempted not to write on the card and just write a note so the card can be recycled. So thank you for that. See, I don't even want to think about my daughter's spinal fuse, metal rods attached to most of. Holy mackerel, was it successful? I hope it was successful. Now, it's amazing, when you think about some of the stuff that they can do and what they have done and what they, and the different researches that are going on. But no, it's too bad they can't figure out the pain thing. It's too bad that they can't have. I know you have pain management doctors, and there's, I guess, biofeedback, and there's different ways of dealing with pain, but it's still a problem, they can't. And now that they realize that they can't really prescribe pain medication as they used to in the olden days because it's so addictive. And yeah, it is. It's absolute. That's right. It's an amputation. Yep. Happens with mine. Happens in probably 1 in 10,000. I was the lucky one. Well, yeah, and no pain. That is just. I can't. Oh God, I can remember just in sob, crying as they got you up. They don't keep you. They don't like for the total knee. The last one I had on the other knee. 24 hours and you're out. You're going home. Which is a good thing because you're less likely to get an infection at home than you are in the hospital. But all righty. I'm going to see what I've got in here. Yep. We were talking about this lovely ornament and how pretty that is. Oh, when you signed it, you know what? I think I'm going to have to put this on the Christmas tree. Yeah. Yeah. It's going on the Christmas tree. I'm not going to. I will put it on the Christmas tree. I wish I could show you the Christmas tree, but if I did, it would be upside down or sideways. But there it is. You can see it's
There you
kind of
go.
there. It's kind of upside down, sideways. I don't think you can see Lily's. No, I don't think you can see her. I do have a picture of the Lego truck and Lily. Oh, I just saw one. Okay. There's a 10-second lag. All right. We're putting Mary Lou right here. And I'll get one of those hooks. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
When I got up this morning, there's Carol. There she is. Let's see what trouble Carol's into this morning. There's Carol.
Oh, wait, I gotta stop you on the other one.
Oh, okay.
I was watching you.
Yeah.
I was waiting for my coffee to get done. I've been up since 2:30, but then I laid back down and I didn't look at the clock, or else I would have been here earlier.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, I looked around to make sure no one else was on, and then popped on. I'm glad you could join us. So we could have Santa Claus in this little store.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, you can be standing here ringing the bell. Yep. So, oh, is that a deck of cards? Oh my gosh. Mary Lou, that looks like a deck of cards. That's a weird, I mean, so they're all different sizes, but look. Can you see that? They're cards.
It's called a baby bot.
Hi, Mary
And
Lou.
you fill it with glue and then put your top on. And then you can just squeeze it and it pushes the glue up. And if you want to keep your air pressure in it, keep it squeezed after you get the glue flowing and pop your lid on. And that way, when you pull this off the next time, you'll still have some air in there to dislocate the glue.
See, Becky enabled me to get a baby bot too. My baby bot is pretty beat up. And you can fill it with
It's a lot of frustration. Yeah, mine's pretty beat up too, because
you can fill it with
it will occasionally get plugged on the end, and I just stick a pin in it and
yeah. I got some
started
stuff.
again.
I stick Elmer's in here. Sometimes I stick a combination of PVC and Elmer's and a little bit of this and make my own concoction. I'm almost coming to the conclusion that a lot of these glues are all very similar. I mean, I don't know about you, but I have so many different glues. It's ridiculous. These are basically designed for like woodworking when you're making making furniture, right? And they're really big ones when you want to put a bead of glue down on, some wood. But obviously it's nice for a crafter too. Don't you have a bigger one?
I do.
Yeah. But this little one I like.
I like the little one better because you don't have to fill it with as much.
Right.
And it's not as heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as hard to squeeze and get going.
Yeah.
The big one, you got to have a manly hand for it. I've got tacky glue in it, and it rarely gets used.
That's what I should put in that is tacky glue. Well, I've tried. I've got glitter glue and Barely Art glue and Elmer's glue and 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac glue.
Somebody
And
posted a picture of their Fabri-Tac explosion the other day. I think, was that Cheryl?
it exploded?
Well, you know how sometimes it'll if it gets started, it'll come right up out of the glue bottle.
This stuff won't stop. That's right. It just keeps on oozing out. Yeah. Pam, the paper outpost, she has taken like plastic, like soda bottles, smaller ones, cut them, and then she takes this glue and she stores it upside down without a thing on it, and she lets it kind of excuse me, and it comes out and it kind of dries and it kind of seals itself. So when she needs it, she just grabs it out of the thing and tears it out and then jams it back in upside down. I thought that was an interesting. And then I've got some of this stuff that I bought. This is just PVA. I don't know what PVA is compared to Elmer's. I don't know. Is it the same thing or is it another product? I don't know. Anyway. And then, of course, I've got the glue sticks, the Oohoo sticks, the Amazon sticks. And then I got my big old bucket, Oh Yes paste. Yes paste is, I like it. I'm getting
Comfortable with it?
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I am. Slowly, I am getting comfortable. It's not as problematic. But again, I've said before, there is a learning curve. Brenda says, my glues are the only craft items I have, item that is perfectly organized. I think there are about 15 different glues. I've left the lid off my Fabri-Tac once and it crawled out of the bottom. That's a good description. That's what it does. It does crawl out of the bottle. Yeah, exactly. It has a life of its own. So I got some stuff in here. That's from Graphic Fairies. I cut out some music with I have an ATC coin size punch. Those are past Christmas cards that I've punched out. I mean, I know it's late and Christmas is here like in a couple of days, and I know probably none of you are looking for Christmas stuff, but Graphic Fairies has an incredible library of free Christmas printouts. Tons of them. Hundreds of them. See, this is one of theirs. This is when you cut this out, it's like 3 pieces and you fold it together and it makes like a paper. Okay. You want to put that there. But, this is a Graphic Fairies. All righty. Let's see. I've used everything. Let's see. This is from Janet. Enjoy. I will. Thank you very much. Stick that there. And we got a little taggy here. Maybe we'll stick that there. As you can see, I'm not really giving much thought to this. Carol, what are you doing?
Brainless work.
Well, it's this hour.
I'm just gonna make a page in my little junior composition book because I've started doing some pages in these, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do, something in here and keep it building. I only do one side in these books because if I decide I want to maybe take it out like Becky does and make a postcard out of it or use it into something else,
Yeah, you can.
then I don't have to worry about the backside of anything.
That's a good
So I only decided to use the fronts, and I still need to finish some of these and put words on them.
I'll use them. Here it is.
So,
I wanted that was going to do this, try that this morning also. I didn't know how things were going to go and how I would stay awake or not. And I forgot to plug in my iPad.
by the way, good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Usually I'd be out here a lot earlier, but like I said, I didn't have a very good night. So.
Yes, I'm gonna. I see you, Lily. I feel you, Lily. I feels you.
Nobody was on early at 2:30 this morning.
No, Pink Poodle wasn't on.
No, nobody. I didn't see anybody. She probably crashed and burned.
Arlene, are you on? Arlene's mods in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we need some hints for the middle of the night people. Who's on? Who doesn't sleep?
Yeah. Insomniacs unite.
I thought maybe, some of the overseas people would be on, but I didn't see any.
Well, not. I was going to say I never watch overseas people, but that's not true. I'm watching Louisa Hensel and I watch Janet Nash. And
Yeah, that's like nobody's there. Was nobody. So I turned the TV on.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a show that you still have Netflix, correct?
Yeah.
All right. You got to check this out. And I don't know whether you'll like it or not, but check it out. Okay. It's called Murderville. Someone brought that to my attention. Netflix, Murderville. Arnett, I can't remember his last name. It is hysterical. I mean, very rarely do I laugh at a TV show, right? And it is, I found myself laughing out loud because it's just it's so silly but funny, and he's such a goof. And they have a lot of very famous actors and actresses and athletes on as guests on the show, and they play like a trainee detective. He's a detective, and these are his new trainees. And at the very beginning of the show, they'll tell you whether it's scripted or not. So some of these people that are on just one episode with him, right? They have no script. So it's totally unscripted and ad-libbed.
Oh, that's different.
And yes, and it's amazing how well these people do. But there's a lot of, they're holding in, they're trying not to laugh because they're saying outrageous things. I mean, it makes sense. It kind of follows the plot line, but not knowing what the person's going to say and they're responding, it's totally ad lib. Now, I don't know whether Arnett's is scripted, but the guests are. They had Keyshawn, I can't think of his last name. Keyshawn, who was that? He's a running back for a professional football team, athlete. And he was on. And he was unscripted. and he did a really damn good job. It's a funny premise, and it's been on.
All right. Sorry.
They got a couple of. Yeah. There's several episodes. If anybody has heard of it, I heard it from somebody. I heard it from somebody online. I don't know where, but it's Murderville on Netflix. If you want something light and silly, I highly recommend Murderville. And I don't know who recommended it.
That's
Brenda
cool.
was watching YouTube replays. Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, I did watch a little bit of that, but
I want to.
Then I just put House on.
Yeah, and yeah, you're a House fan. You always have that on.
Yes. Hugh Laurie.
I could never get into that. I tried several times. Then I started watching. Grey's Anatomy is still on. I mean, I guess this is their last season.
I haven't even watched that yet.
Well, there's 27 years worth of.
Oh wow!
I think this is year 27. I think, and it's amazing how little they have aged. I guess they just have to put all the makeup on. I think it's been on a long time. It's fun to get into a show that's, especially one that you haven't watched, and especially if you have Netflix or a Prime where you can literally binge watch. I love binge watching.
Me too.
It's my
Have you been watching Wednesday?
I've watched all of it.
Did you? I started watching it. Oh my gosh.
What is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday from the Addams Family.
Okay. All right. Wednesday. I'll write that down. That's good. Okay.
Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Now, not Netflix or
Her
Prime.
dance has gone viral on TikTok.
Is it Prime or Netflix?
I'm not sure now.
Well,
Becky, is it on Prime or Netflix?
Netflix.
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 Yeah, I don't have Prime.
That'll go in there. The other thing I wanted to make, that I started to say, if this didn't go well, and it's going well, but it might be time to shift. I want to make those little composition books that Janet made.
Oh yes, I didn't get to watch that yet. That is something I will watch today, though.
It is so cute. They're so cute. And I do watch a lot of YouTube replays. I'm going back to Louisa Hensel and Barbara. I don't know her last name. They're doing the December.
Yes, now that I have to say it out loud, I can't do it.
Dephemera. You drop the C. It's Dephemera. So it's Dephemera.
Dephemera. Dephemera.
Dephemera. Right.
Dephemera.
No, yeah, you drop the C.
Yep.
I've been watching those over and over and over again. And I've only done the first page. I did the first one. And I got the first one done. And it's a mason jar. And the animal is a hedgehog. And there's the hedgehog. And I sewed that on. And this is going to be in one of the signatures of my pure junk journal. This is, again, I remember I did that junk journal made from junk mail. So I'm going to use that. And they have all of the printouts. I think I started to say that earlier and I lost my train of thought. But on Louise's channel, you can print out all of the animals. And she's got a whole stack of printouts of stuff that you can use and the prompt list. And but you've got to watch the video because they have all the prompt list and the stuff, but then you have to watch the video because they each, they've exchanged paper bags that they have decorated, and inside the paper bag is the card that represents the animal. And the animal that's going to be a part of the prompts too. So I've printed out all of the animals, and you don't find out what the animal is until they open the bag. So in the bag is the animal that's going to be part of the page. And then on top of the 2 prompts. And then they've exchanged treats, foods, snacks from all around the world. And they taste them. And Louisa has made a separate journal where she's put the paper, the wrappings of all of these snacks from around the world. And then she rates them on a 1 to 10 scale. And just to watch her and see her facial expressions when she tastes these weird and odd snacks from around the world is worth the price of admission. She is hysterical. There was a snack that she tasted. Again, these are the ones that I'm watching at 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And they're the reruns. And this snack was a date-filled cookie from Egypt. It was an Egyptian snack. And so she takes it out. She looks at it. She smells it. She shows it to the camera. She takes a bite. And then her eyes are rolling up and, she's making all these facial expressions. And she's going, that's interesting, in a German accent. And then she shows us the inside, and she shows us the wrapper. And on the picture of the cookie, it shows like there's like almost like a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of date filling in it. But in reality, when she bites into the cookie, there's just a little thin line of date filling. So she's saying, well, look at these pictures. They don't match up. So she gave it a really bad rating. She only gave it a 5 out of 10 because the filling was not what it should be. And then she proceeds to make the page. And the animal that I watched her do, it was a kangaroo. Okay. And she decided, and I don't know why, and I don't know that she knows why, she decided to make a tea bag, a big tea bag. And in the tea bag, she wanted to have kangaroo poop. I mean, this is so weird. Why kangaroo poop? I don't know. And then she's trying to figure out what she was going to use to make kangaroo poop. So she decided white rice would be perfect kangaroo poop. But when she put the white rice in the tea bag that she had made out of tissue paper, you couldn't see the white rice. So then she decided, so now she has the white rice out on a piece of like paper, like wax paper. And she adds a big glob of black paint. And now with a spatula, she is mixing the black paint into the white rice to turn it black so it can be seen through the bag. All right. So she does that, and the black poop, it eventually dries, and then she puts it in the tea bag, but you still can't see the black poop. So she's very frustrated at this point. So then she decides that she's going to cut a square in the middle of the tea bag that she's made, and then sew in and make a window and sew in a piece of acetate so you can see the black poop, which is white rice painted black. I mean, this is like a weird, this is her interpretation of the prompts. And the prompts were not kangaroo poop. That was not one of the prompts. It was really funny because everything went wrong, and it was just it was wonderful that she was, had made numerous things didn't go right and how she compensated and then how the window worked, because now you can see the kangaroo poop and the picture of the kangaroo was in the tea bag. And then she put, it was, yeah, you have to watch it, but very entertaining to say the least. But yeah, that you have to wonder, how you decide that you want to have a page where you're going to have kangaroo poop. I don't know, but she did. So if you check that one out, that's a current, I think that's actually today's. I think that's December 22nd. But it was very interesting. So any of you are not aware of that or have not seen any of that, I highly recommend you checking them out. Arlene had put that link in yesterday sometime, so it's really good. So I have some of this really cheap scrapbook paper. I mean, it's like really cheapo. And it's perfect to cover up a whole page. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to cover this whole page up with this and then be done with that for now. Well, thank you all for being here. This is so lovely to spend this time with you so early in the wee hours of the morning. The only people up early in the morning here, and I feel sorry for the guy, at 3:30 in the morning, it's the guy that has to mow the golf course. And,
Oh, wow, yeah.
And that has to be mowed every day. And he goes by here at about 3:30 in the morning. And that usually wakes me up because I have my window open now that I can. But, and I don't know what time he starts because I'm on the 19th hole, or I'm on the 18th holes. So he's at the end. Okay, Mary Lou, be careful at the store now. See you later. Mary Lou's going out. It's a zoo out there. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's supposed to start here soon.
It's a zoo.
Storm.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the storm. I'm talking about all the assholes. Oh, excuse
All
me.
the holiday people?
All the holiday people, not the, I'm sorry, people.
The last minute shoppers.
Oh my God. The supermarket was crazy.
Oh, wow.
And the one thing I needed and I wanted, I got home and I forgot to get it because I didn't have a list. Oh, I was so mad at myself. And apparently, I guess we're all wearing the same thing over at Mo's because she texted me yesterday and asked me what size t-shirt do I wear.
Oh, boy.
God only knows what they're up to. I have no idea.
So instead of the ugly sweater?
I guess all I know is it's orange. That's all I know. It's orange. And that's all I know. And all I know is you don't argue with this woman. You just don't. She is in charge. She is the boss. The men in her family, it's yes, Mo, no, Mo, where, Mo, how high, Mo. It's just, you do not argue with this woman.
Wow.
I've never seen, she's got a son and a husband that they don't move without her knowing about it or
Getting approval.
Yep. So apparently we're wearing orange t-shirts. And I'm imagining there will be some sort of picture taken of us in orange t-shirts.
Well, we look forward to seeing it.
I'm sure you do. I will be happy to share it with you. Yes, I will. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a picture that they took a couple of years ago.
That's going to be Anne's new favorite color.
Oh God, orange is the new black.
Yeah.
That's a show that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I've seen that one a little bit.
I enjoyed binge watching that one. That was a good one. Yep. There will be pictures to follow. Video at 11, so to speak. There was a picture that was taken of Eddie, her son, and Sean, her husband, and they had those like the t-shirts that look like the front of Santa's costume, with the big black belt but it's a t-shirt.
Yep.
And it was so funny because Eddie is huge. He is a huge man. He is 6'5"
Wow.
and 200 and he's down. He went on Noom and lost like 80 pounds, but he 260, 270 pounds, 6'5", 6'6". He is a giant of a man. And standing next to him is Sean.
Ah, shit.
Mo's husband. And Sean is a regular, he's 6 foot, maybe 180 pounds, just a normal sized man. Standing next to Eddie, he looks like a dwarf. Goofy picture. I was going to make a Christmas ornament of that for them. Is Beth in? Did I see?
Huh?
Beth?
Is Beth here? Yeah.
Hi,
Yes.
Beth.
Good morning, Beth.
Beth is here. Beth's in the house. You're up early, Beth.
She may not have been to sleep yet.
Oh, yeah,
No
that's
one's
true.
there.
I don't know. I know, Beth. Have you been to bed yet, Beth?
They were on late last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know she goes on in the evening, but I don't know how late they go on. I guess it.
She hasn't been to sleep yet.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Are you getting sleepy?
You
Is
are
she the
getting
night owl?
I don't think I could do that. I mean, I don't sleep well, so I don't know. I mean, I sleep. I guess that's another part of old age. You lose the ability to sleep.
It must be, I'll tell you.
That's not fair. Now you're not working, you're retired, and you can sleep, and then you lose the ability to sleep. Somehow that's kind of a cruel twist of events. That's what I'm thinking. Or that inner alarm clock, that you woke up to for 34 years of working, that just won't turn off. Oh, it's normal for you to nap the day away. Oh, I like that. Napping the day away. That could be a song. Crafting the night away and napping the day away. That's the life of a crafter. There. Okay. Gail, I finally have just realized what IKR means. I'm so bad at those initials because I've
I
seen
know, right?
I'm so bad at those, and I see you use that, and I'm thinking, what is IRK? And now I know it means I know, right? I'm hoping that's what it means.
It does.
Okay.
I know, right? They use those things. I know.
We have totally confused Roy. He is totally confused. I'm in a time warp. What's happening? Ann and Carolyn, Auntie B on early morning. I'm so confused. Good morning, all. Group hello and hug.
Morning, Roy.
Hi, Roy. How are things out in Limbrook on Long Island? Oh, Roy, my heart broke when I saw your video when you towed your motorcycle away. That's so hard. I was telling, I think Carol, I had a Mazda Miata, a red Mazda Miata, hardtop convertible, and I had to get rid of it because it was too low. I couldn't get into it any longer. It was about 5 inches off the ground, and these knees were not, maybe fall down into it, but there'd be no way of getting back up. Oh, waiting for, you're going to get rain from that big storm? Okay. The blizzard, Elliot, the winter storms now have names, and this is Elliot. So we can blame Elliot for all of the bad weather that's on its way. So that means they're already up to the E's. So you have to wonder where A, B, C, D. They name everything now. Everything's got a name. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to put this aside. I've got a few more things I can pop in here. I like this. I like this here. This would be kind of hard. And I should have left that. Let's see. Let delight rain. Delight rain. I should have had that, so I shouldn't have, maybe if I hadn't glued that down, so I could have opened that up, and I don't know, I might leave that or paint maybe the blue out. Not sure what I'm going to do there. But I'm going to shift gears and see if I can't make some of those. Oh my gosh. No, that's how you spell it. Miata. Yep. 97-year-old friend who still drives her Miata. Oh. I have a picture of me in this convertible in my driveway, and I looked for it, and I was going to post it, but I couldn't find it. It's buried, in that massive pool of digital photographs that you have on your camera, and I couldn't find it. I had two Miatas. The first one had a cloth top, and then the second one, that's when they came out with the hard top, with the retractable hard top. Sticks on the floor. I loved shifting it. I love driving, manuals.
Me too. It's been a while since I've had one.
You're driving. I just love it. I've been doing that it was only recently when I moved to Florida that I ended up with an automatic. But I would see people driving a Mazda Miata, and it would be automatic. I would just kind of cringe. Like, oh my God, how can you do that? How can you drive an automatic? You had a Fiat Spider. That's the Get Smart car. Or he had the Tiger, right? I had a Fiat, and it was a convertible, and it had like a hard top that you lifted it onto it, and then it had a cloth top. And but I think the Spider, one of those Fiats. I think it was the Fiat. Was that the Get Smart one? I think the Fiat Tiger, the little one. One of them had a V8 engine in them, which is crazy. Yeah, I dated a guy in high school that we went on sports car rallies out on Long Island every weekend. And you would meet at a parking lot of someplace like an office complex on a Sunday morning, and they would issue you a bunch of written directions. Spider it was a 2-seater, no back seat. Yep. Yeah, the Mazda Miata there was no back seat. Nothing. And they'd give you a set of directions, and they would be timed. You would leave at certain times, so there'd be somebody there with a they write down the information of your car and you register how you had registered, And then when you took off from that, from the starting point, they would write down the time that you left. And then you would follow these elaborate directions, and we'd be all over Long Island, just weaving back roads in Long Island, almost like through cornfields and northern Long Island, all over the place. And these rallies usually started in the Wantor, Long Island area, because that's where we live. And there'd be hidden checkpoints along the way, and you wouldn't know where they were. And then as you came through the checkpoint, they would note the time that you came through, and then they would figure out whether you were late getting through or early getting through, and then you would be awarded points. So at the end, whoever came in the closest to running the course perfectly in terms of time would win. Now, if you got lost, then obviously you were arriving at all the checkpoints last or late. And I was a horrible navigator. And my boyfriend, he was so patient. He never really got mad. One time we got a trophy for dead last, and it was typically sports cars. He was driving at the time an Austin Healey 3000, and that's what we were in the rally with. His sister's boyfriend, yellow XKE Jag. So we had all these, and somebody had a Morgan, and then another friend of ours had a Triumph, TR Triumph, and it was such fun. And I think the registration for the rally was $5. And then it would end at some, pizza joint where you'd have, a couple of pizzas and a pitcher of beer, and they would award trophies and whatever. And then you would go home, and the different sports clubs would sponsor them. So MG would sponsor one, Peugeot would sponsor one. So different, there would be clubs that would sponsor these rallies. And then usually we could find one almost every weekend. I'm sure that none of that exists today, but it was cheap fun. I mean, that's something that we could afford to do. It was $5, and we didn't get. And they're bigger ones. They have some that the MG one. Yeah, especially yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Not so much now, huh? Brenda, my best car was a 64 Impala or my 69 Chevy. Oh, Super Sport that I drag raced on back road straightaways. I miss being young and stupid. Yeah, there's something to be said for being young and stupid, isn't there? Yeah. There is. There's there is a lot to be said for being young and stupid. Yeah. Let's see. My tank, if a truck lights to run 5 miles over the speed limit, not the same as 120. I've had to do 100. I have had it to 100 on the interstate. Okay. Yeah, I think Don got the Austin Healey up to, I think we got it up to 120 on the Oyster Bay Expressway. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp over this blue thing. I'm just going to put these LL Bean. I like the but they call them the blueprint stamps. They have like a faux blueprint. And these are the mini ones. I have some of the big ones too. Yeah, we were really into cars.
Anne was a wild woman.
Yeah, I was. Well, no, I wasn't. Yeah, kind of. Sometimes.
She had fun.
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah. And I look back on, and as Brenda said, I feel very fortunate that I survived some of the young and stupid stuff that I did. Very fortunate. Oh, that looks cool.
Well, when you're young, you think you're invincible.
Oh, yes, yes. That may happen to somebody else, but it's not going to happen to me.
Yep. Scott and I were just talking about how stupid we were and how we put ourselves in so many dangerous situations that it's a wonder we're alive.
Oh, danger. Oh, man.
Stupid stuff.
I can't even begin to, they're so, I can't even share those stories. I can't. Dream car that I never was able to find at the time. 65 two-door Chevy Impala convertible. Ooh. And that's when Roy's calling you out, Aunt Bex. He's saying Aunt BB is quiet. I think she has some interesting stories. Yes, she does. That could be.
I wasn't allowed to be a teenager, so my 20s I made up for the teenage years stuff.
That's right.
Because I was too busy taking care of my grandmother as a teenager, so
you had to make up for lost time.
Yeah. Then Scott and I met, and it was done. It didn't last, but about 3 years of crazy.
Well,
3 years of crazy.
Yeah, you got some crazy in. Don and I dated all through high school, but he was older than I was. And then when my parents moved out to East Islip, the relationship kind of dissolved. I went to college, and he had a job. He was an industrial painter for a long time, and then he had an accident. But scaffolding fell on him.
Oh God!
And broke his leg in several places. So he was in a cast from his crotch to his ankle for almost 9 months. And it had pins in it. And so now he's unemployed and he doesn't have a job. And one of the neighbors worked on the cocoa exchange, which is a commodities exchange. It's like the stock market, but they're buying and selling cocoa beans, the stuff you make cocoa out of. And so he got a job on the cocoa exchange. So he had to commute into New York City every day. And it was interesting. He said, he got there the first day and nothing was going on. He said, this is really going to be kind of uninteresting and very boring, And then all of a sudden, 9 o'clock comes around and they ring a bell just like they do with the New York Stock Exchange. And he said, all hell breaks loose. People are running around, screaming and yelling and selling futures and cocoa and buying. And he said, it's crazy, absolute breakneck speed, crazy screaming, yelling. He had no idea what was going on. And then at 4 o'clock, it just stopped. It just went back to like nothing happened. So that's where he worked. When we broke up, he was working on the New York Cocoa Exchange, which is one of the commodity markets. Who knew, right? I didn't know that they traded cocoa. I know they, yes. Did he take the cocoa? Yeah, he. Do you remember? You probably know, because I grew up with Dashing Dan. Do you remember Dashing Dan, Roy, from the Long Island Railroad? That was the little dude that represented the Long Island Railroad. Dashing Dan, the guy running with his attaché case behind him. I'm waiting. I wonder if he remembers Dashing Dan.
It looks kind of like ice is forming on my cedar tree out front.
Yeah, it's supposed to get really bad.
And Roy says, "Oh, yep, he remembers Dashing Dan. That was the little logo for the Long Island Railroad."
It says it's 42 degrees, but there's ice on that cedar tree.
Well, maybe it was 40. Maybe it was colder earlier, and that's kind of like the dew or something from earlier this morning.
Oh, it just looks miserable out there.
So I put
Glad I'm in here.
So I put these stamps on here. That kind of, I should probably put on the other side. All right, I'm gonna switch.
You switching gears?
I think I'm gonna try and make one of those little compose books
Oh, okay.
because they are just adorbs, as people say. I don't know who says that, but people say.
Somebody does somewhere.
I think that's a Cali thing, like cray cray, adorbs.
Cray cray.
Yeah, that's what that drives me cray cray. Is a matter of fact. I think that's,
Cray cray drives you cray cray.
Yes, yes, it does.
Oh, Callie's gonna take out her frustration on the cat digger. She's like, no, I'm not.
You know, my father commuted into the city until the company that he worked for built their offices at the airport. He worked at International Airport. What was it before Kennedy? Was it Idlewild? Roy would know. It was Idlewild, and then it became Kennedy. Is it still Kennedy, or did they change it back? Can't remember now.
We always flew in and out LaGuardia.
Yeah,
from Syracuse.
yeah. Oh, this okay. Oh, wow. Brenda says it's nearly 50 degrees here.
Cool.
Temps are supposed to start dropping around 3 p.m. and be 3 degrees by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. Whoa, that is a drop. Yeah, okay.
They told us a weekend we're supposed to have overnight of 16.
Yeah, well, it's the Arctic blast coming through for sure. The Arctic Polar Express, right? Named
Elliott Express.
The Elliott Express, yeah. The Elliott Express is on its way. All right.
I wonder if that's the name of the kid in the Polar Express.
I don't know. I think they name them by alphabetical order. They name them just the way they name hurricanes.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, in the Polar Express movie, I'm wondering if they chose
Maybe.
the E name just because of him.
Yeah, that's possible. I've never seen that movie. Never seen that one.
My brother and his wife take their kids on the Polar Express in the winter. They have hot cocoa and that kind of thing. I want to see the Tom Hanks movie.
Which one is that?
He's a man that recently lost his wife.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it looked really good.
Yeah. I really enjoy him.
I do
So
too.
many. He's just so.
Scott was so
personal.
upset that he couldn't watch that last one that we wanted to see. And you tried to help us see it.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that was on Disney. It was on Disney Plus or Apple TV or
Apple.
something. And I had a free year subscription. And that was the one where he played the
pilot, I think. Wasn't it?
no, he was a captain of a ship in World War II.
Oh,
You're thinking of Scully, Captain Scully. Was he the captain on?
I
Can't remember now. Yeah, I think Gail. I don't know that he's ever made a bad movie. I've never. I mean, I even loved him. Do you remember back in the days when he and this other guy were in a sitcom, Bosom Buddies, and they
Yep.
dressed up as girls because the only place they could find an apartment in was an all girls apartment.
Yep.
And I think it was called Bosom Buddies.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I saw him in is it Castaway where he has a relationship with the soccer ball Wilson.
Yep. Wilson.
Yeah. The name I don't think I ever saw I know I never saw that one.
Oh, to see it though in a theater when that plane engine's coming at him, that scared the heck out of me.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was like,
Huh.
he's gonna die.
And then he was the captain on the ship that had been hijacked by the Somalian pirates. He was the captain on that ship. That was a good one too. Can't remember the name of it, but that was another good one. Again, I'm trying to think, Gail. I think I can't think of a bad movie. All right.
The last time I went to a movie with Greg, it was just him and I and one other lady in the whole theater.
Yeah. Well, I used to go to there used to be a gentleman that lived here. That was a friend, and we would go to the movies every Sunday.
Yeah.
Like the first showing, and I would buy lunch at Panera's, and then he would buy the movie tickets. And we went to a movie once, and we were the only two people in the theater. It was one of those theater complexes where they have, a whole bunch of movie theaters, so they're not real big theaters. But Bill and I were the only two there.
Yeah.
That was it. It was very, very interesting to be.
Well, you can buy these huge TVs, so why go to the movies when you can just pay-per-view at home? And they charge so much for popcorn and.
Yeah, I know. Well, my neighbor, I have someone that it's moved into the house across the pond, and they have. I mean, I can see what they're watching on TV. That's how big their TV is. They must have an 80-inch TV.
Yeah, they had some huge ones at Costco the last time we were over there. It's just nuts. I'm like, I'd have to sit out in the backyard to watch this.
Well, they're not that. I mean, I'm watching TV. I can tell you they were watching the football games last Saturday, and I can see actually what they're watching, and that's how big their TVs and they're not that far, and they can't be sitting that far away from the TV because the rooms aren't that maybe. The 20, 15 feet from the TV. It's crazy. All right. I think what I need to do is I've got to make and so I've got some cardstock, and I think I'd like to make a couple different colors. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint a swash of blue, maybe one of red, and then maybe one of green. And then I'll do the white little thingies to give you the kind of the composition modeled, the composition book look. So let's see how that's going to work. Get some paint. What do I do? Ooh. If I can get it out. And I got a little bit of blue. And a little bit of cardinal red. And, oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Do I have any green?
Flat surface not already covered in stuff to do.
Green. Do I have any green? No, Bimini blue.
I have a ton of unfinished projects. Need to be finished.
Yeah, I do too. And for the new year, I've decided, you know what? So what? That's my motto. Unfinished projects. So what?
Oh, well.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, well. If they get done, wouldn't that be wonderful? If they don't, okay, it's not the end of the world. And if I want to start a new project, I'm not going to say, oh, I can't start anything new because I have some that I haven't finished. I'll start something new if I feel like starting new. Oh, well.
Sitting here doing my Christmas journal, Christmas card journal.
And
all I have to do is put them in.
that's great. I really want to do Louisa and Barbara's ephemera. And I printed out everything. And I will get to it at some point in time.
And it doesn't have to be just for December. You could
No, because
put earlier in it.
it's basically ephemera. And it's got nothing to do, if you look at the bits and pieces and the prompts, really it has nothing to do with Christmas at all. So
Cool.
So it's just playing around with some simple prompts and having some fun. All right.
We have a big TV in our den, but it's not ours. It's Greg's.
Oh, Roy, that's so cool.
Let me see.
His 10-year-old granddaughter asked for a bunch of watercolor surprise for Christmas. That is so awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is nice.
You have a lot you can teach her, Roy. You have
Isn't
a
that
lot of talent.
Yep. And she just came to that decision on her own, and she thought she would like to have some watercolors.
That's so good.
So super.
I love when kids ask for art supplies. My daughter bought my granddaughter a bunch of them too.
Good morning, Sandy. From cold, it's already cold in Nebraska. Yeah, they showed some of that on the evening news. I mean, the blizzard conditions out in Kansas when the snow is falling sideways.
I'm trying to find some words for my page. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. No, I don't like that blue. Oh, well. Inspirational words or just...
I don't know.
Most people don't put down uninspirational words.
No.
That would be kind of funny.
I have a lot of words in my brain, but they're just not appropriate right now.
Right. I think it would be kind of funny to kind of... That's what my sense of humor is. How low can I go? don't really like this blue, but I'm gonna go with it. Wow. I actually finished a thing. I don't think I've ever emptied a thing of paint before. That's the first batch of paint I ever bought. It was that Art Deco. I bought like a set of 24 of them or something. Alrighty. So this will be for a blue composition notebook.
Oops.
I guess I should measure to see how big it's going to be. I think Janet's were 2 by 2. Okay, that's good.
Well, they can pretty much be any size, though.
Yeah, they can. I know. Yeah.
Do what you're gonna like to work in.
Yeah. I'm really excited about this because I have literally hundreds of little tiny images that I have been cutting out for years. And I've got a little thing, a little box that's got the little containers, and they're just filled with little tiny images over the years that I've cut out of magazines. And this will be a perfect place to I've made several mini journals where you just put little, even just a journal where every page is just a postage stamp. That's kind of fun. Postage stamp art is just amazing.
Scott, I'm going to tell Ann you're picking on her.
What?
Ann, Scott's in the kitchen going, huge. About your collection of small images.
Yes. Did you catch the huge, small? You got it. See, Scott's the only one that picked up on that. A huge collection of small things.
Oh, light. Sorry. He wasn't picking on you. He was going, light. I don't know why. He's just such a nut.
Like there is light?
He's trying to find some light because it's so dark outside today.
Oh.
I guess. It's dark in our kitchen, which it is. To film anything, I have to take my big camera light in there.
Oh, okay.
And all he wants to do is heat his coffee up, so I think he'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's being a stinker this morning.
Is this an extended Christmas vacation? Do they get a whole week off for Christmas?
He's only off today because he worked himself out of work. So they told him, well, you can take an extra day because we don't have anything else. Because, it's Christmas time and nothing's coming in right now. Well, it's going to buckle a little bit because I didn't get it just right, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Let's see my steps in sketch pad, drawing pencils.
Move it off.
I am trying to cut back on YouTube and Facebook a bit. Not easy though. Yeah. See, I really never look at Facebook. That's my weather report. Get the little ding. Probably going to tell me it's going to be cold. And there's always a rip current. They always have rip current warnings here. Weather phenomenon that I really love the best. My favorite is what they call thunder snow. I love thunder snow. I've only experienced that a couple of times. It's so cool. I bet you there'll be some thunder snow during this blizzard that's coming across. There'll be some areas where there'll be some thunder snow. All right. What was the other color? Oh, green. Okay. Let's see. I'm enjoying
Oh, wrong device.
welcome back. Your humor is a must amongst the blue fumes and scissors. Yep. That is true. Definitely true. Yes. Good old Jim Cantori. Yeah. It drives me nuts sometimes. I don't like weather forecasters that stand out in the middle of a hurricane and then say, don't do this. Well, you won't do it. It's so stupid. Because there's a local guy here. Carol turned me on to, what's his name?
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan All Your All, yes. And he really, I think he might be part Italian. Because he uses his hands a lot.
I never noticed.
Oh, man.
I don't usually watch unless he's talking about when it comes to the East Coast, so I could see where the storms are heading.
Right, yeah. No. But we have a local guy here in Florida. And it's just called Mike's Weather Page. Well, Roy, then change your New Year's resolution to completing one unfinished project a year, not a month. I mean, come on. Let's be real. So if you change it to completing one a year, then you're fine. You've kept your resolution. I think one a year is reasonable. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 caboodle kits. 1 that I have not opened. 2 that I have started and given up on. And then I have another, like a journal kit that I bought off Shannon Green when she was selling stuff. Not recently, but a couple of years ago. That's not even opened. And so I've got, and when my goal was when I was started to stream on my YouTube channel, I was calling it unfinished business. That was my terminology that I was using. And I guess under the unfinished business, I did finish my Alice journal. That was a big one. But the other one I haven't finished, and I got so close, is my Bauhaus journal.
Oh, you need to finish that one though. That one is cool.
I did, because the journal, the journal itself, the construction of the journal itself was very complicated, and I got that all constructed. I do need to finish that one. All right. That's what we got. Let me just I need some white paint. Oh, I got a mess here. This is my prospectus portfolio. When they send you that, if you have stocks and they send you, that proxy information, that paper was really nice. I mean, it's super thin, and it's great to do jelly prints on it. All right, so I'm going to clean my hands. How are we hanging in there, folks? We have howling winds. It's like Vincent Price movie outside. Oh, that's a great description, because that really says it all. It really does, Sandy. It's like a Vincent Price movie outside. Yep. That's funny. Yep. I think, Roy, give yourself a break. One whip a year. And again, what is WIP? What does that stand for? Something project. I don't know. What does the whip stand for?
Work in process.
Oh, work in progress. Okay. All right. So you have to whip yourself into shape to complete a whip, work in progress. Okay. I got some unfinished business here. I feel like the Godfather. I'll put some cotton in my cheeks and see. Ah, yes, Du Bauhaus. There isn't enough vintage of that style. Actually, it was a paper pack that I bought at Spectrum Art Creations, and the paper pack was put together by Stamperia. And if you know their stuff is amazing. And I didn't just buy the paper pack, Janice. I bought everything. I bought the stencils. I bought the stamps. Not only did I buy the 12, but I bought the 8 and I bought the 6. I don't know why I did that. Oh, works in progress.
Oh, bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol. Have a wonderful day.
Hi, Carol.
We'll see you in a sec.
Stay sane. Don't let the crazies get you. Because it's crazy out there. I have 2 caboodles started, 3 not started, and I haven't opened a big life interruption. Okay, brought you to a halt. Yeah. Okay, you dyed some. That's nice. Dyed some paper. See, I didn't do any of the dyeing. I'd like to try the dyeing, but I don't like the mess. I don't want to be messy. Saying is not an option. Well, I remember there was a book, I think, that was called Normal Neuroses. That was written a couple of years ago, back in the 60s. I'm dating myself. I'm an old person. I'm an old lady.
I've made my cover and my hinge. And are you still going to do a room today?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go and make breakfast for Scott and I.
Sure. See you later.
And I'll see you in the room. So here's my cover.
All right. Let me see. Can I make you big? No. Wait a minute. Yeah. Just give me a second. I'm kind of
there you go.
Impaired. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a big one.
Yeah, because somebody sent me a huge card named Kathy. Anyway. So, and I actually think her card's going to go in this way because I don't know if it'll fit this way.
Right.
Plus, I've got to get my snowman in here.
I love your end papers. Your end papers look awesome. Oh, and then you can have the original of your snowman.
Oh, yeah. And I put some clear coat on it this morning, rolled it on instead of brushing it so I wouldn't move that watercolor around.
Oh, that was a good idea.
And see, I can mount this on black and then put it right in here.
Perfect.
Like that. And I'm going to leave the Meowie up there, Meowie Christmas, if I can. If not, I'll cover it like that.
You have it on the other side. You have Meowie on the other side.
Yeah. And then I'll put pages in here. Black pages. I'll just cut them. I'll cut 2 pieces for each hinge. And I'll leave the end open so it's a pocket.
Right.
So I'll have pocket pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages.
Oh, very cool.
So that should hold everything. And then if not, I'll put, flip outs and stuff in.
Sure. Yeah.
All
Well, I
right.
think
Well,
that's
I'll
gonna be
see some
great.
of y'all over in the group.
I'll see you later. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
That came out really nice. Just that's what we do. We just whip out a book. We make a book, a loose leaf. BK, BK, BK. I've got ink. I've got paint. Now I got to do the white splotchy stuff to make it look like a composition book. And I have to get another thingy. Let's see. Where did I put those? I had them. I don't know where I put them. I thought I had them all here. Maybe. Yep, here they are. I like to buy those, those plastic cutting sheets at the Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah.
And then I cut them up, and then I just can lay them down as a palette type of thing.
Yep, that's a good idea. I usually go and get the oven liners because then I can put them down, and then with your heat gun, it doesn't matter because
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
when you're doing and they were, when I got them, like I went to Giant Tiger, they were only like $5 a piece for an oven liner.
Oh, wow.
And it's the same thing as those Timmy things for the
Yes.
heat, but they
Yes.
were only $5.
I was watching, who was I was watching a new crafter, someone that I hadn't watched before, but I had subscribed to. And I can't remember her name now. But she did the same thing. She had the oven liner, and she said, nothing against Timmy. However, you can get these in the baking section. Yeah, was it
Yeah,
oven liner?
exactly.
A lot
They're the
cheaper.
exact same thing.
Yep, same product. Well,
Exact same thing.
that's smart. Let's face it. Timmy's, that's you take something and give it a new function and give it a new name
Yep.
and charge what you can charge for it. Oh, okay. Brenda says, I dye outside and lay on deck to dry in the sun on my ramp. I use flattened marbles to weigh paper down, hose down the ramp before using it as a dyeing ramp. And again, after to wash. Okay, that sounds like a really good system. Yeah. I mean, I could do it. It doesn't. I take that back. I did some batik dyeing. I had one of those craft kits where they send you all of the bits and pieces, and it was like a little like a messenger bag where you could dye the material, and you do the rubber bands. It's like a tie dye thing, or little squares with rubber bands, and I did that. And then I had a bag full of avocado pits and skins in my freezer for about a year, and I finally threw those out. I figured if I didn't do this in a year, I'm not doing it. So I'm gonna just use my gun here real quickly just to make sure this is dry before I give it the light. Sandy says so many crafting supplies. Yeah. Too many. I hate too many. I think I was, and someone else said this. That when I had less supplies, I was far more creative. Because you had to, as you do, Carol, you have to make do. So you have to think
Outside the box.
You have to think outside the box. Okay, so it calls for this, and I have this. How can I make this work for that? Or how can I use this instead of that? And it's a different. And then as time went on, I mean, I've been at this relatively early. I mean, I started 2016. So, well, 6 years compared to some of you gals that have been at it for a long, long time. I've been at it for maybe 6 or 7 years. And every time I would do a project or something that, interests me, I would do it. And then I would go and buy that supply, obviously. And that's how you build your stash and build it and build it and build it. And then there's no, it's a different mindset. And I think, recently I think a lot of us are kind of, I shouldn't talk for a lot of us, but for me, I've been in a real slump. I'm in a real, don't want to do anything, don't feel like doing anything, have no ideas. The brain is blank. Ready to give it all away.
That's not good.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Kathy. Nice.
Good morning, Kathy.
How are things up your way, other than super cold? Good to see you. I am attempting to make some of those mini little composition notebooks that Janet Nash made the other day. I'm really enjoying Janet's process videos. I love them. She gets in there and chats a little and then gets right down to it.
Loca looks forward to Freddie running around.
Yeah. He is one laid back dog.
Oh yeah.
But I think what happens, if you listen to Janet carefully, Freddie's been for a very long, vigorous walk.
Yeah, she tires him out before she gets on.
And then when she gets in there, when she's ready to stream, Teddy's like comatose in that chair. He barely moves. He can't even get up to get the treat. She has to bring the treat to him. The poor guy is just exhausted. Yeah, she is the bomb. That's absolutely, Roy. She is a treasure. Just enjoy everything about Janet. She's so calm and kind and thoughtful. And when she does a giveaway, if someone has this, two people have the same, or oh well, no problem. I'll just send them each one. It's just like
Yeah, she's a very kind heart.
Oh, you're getting the blizzard. Okay, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's supposed
to be up. We're all getting it in Southern Ontario.
Okay,
it's coming.
It's coming. It's already hit like the Midwest here, I guess.
And flash freezing and all that kind of stuff is happening.
Well, here goes nothing. I'm afraid this is Oh, that's all right. I'm liking it. I'm using white gesso instead of white paint. Let me go back to equal. There. Oh, wow. Brenda says she taught crafts on a shoestring for scout leaders, both girl and boys, from 1986 to 2012. I've been repurposing things for years. That's awesome. I live in a snow globe, if you didn't know. Well, it is very gray here in sunny Florida. And as I said, when I got up early this morning, like the crack of night, it was foggy. It was froggy out, which you don't normally see because I'm not normally up at that time. So maybe that's a normal occurrence at 5 o'clock in the morning here, and I just don't know.
It was foggy here too.
Wow. Ooh, whoops. Take it easy there.
Oh, this is coming out pretty neat.
Oh, Lily, are you okay?
What'd she do?
She fell. Cats don't fall.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, baby.
Did she fall asleep maybe? And
I don't know. She was on the chair where she hangs out when she wants to be. Oh, you okay? You okay? Oh. Oh, sorry. You're okay. You're okay. It's too early to be fed, baby girl. She's totally confused.
Oh.
I'm not feeding you at 8:50 in the morning, honey. Poor thing. Yeah. She may have kind of dozed off. I don't know. Yeah,
Brenda, I think it is too, Brenda.
I think Canada's moving to southern Tennessee tomorrow and staying the weekend. That's a good way of putting it. I lived outside of Buffalo, Sandy, for many, 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 many years, and they've already had their fair share of lake effect snow. Orchard Park had what 77 inches that last blast it came through. 77 inches of snow is a lot of friggin' snow. All right. So here I'm not happy with the modeling so much, but maybe when it's cut up, it'll look more like this one's okay. This one kind of got away from me, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to use the heat gun here, folks. And why don't I make Carol big while I am making noise? I think that's a really good idea. And then you can see what Carol's doing up close and personal. There you go. And I'm going to mute me.
I just took a whole bunch of stuff that I had sitting in a little plastic bin next to me, and I have a book that I really like to use a lot of things out of, and most of this is come from this book that I've cut up. And I picked out some words out of there, and I used a tea bag. I used some Janet Nash dyed paper, tissue paper on the background, and then we had made these clusters, and oh my gosh, I can't remember. I think it was Joy de Fille. And I just tore it up and put it into different places over here, so it just looks like a background and the woodland type of area. And now I'm just outlining the pictures to bring them forward a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But this is one of those watercolor collage things that we did. It was a process from Joy de Fille. And now I'm just going around so I can bring my picture to the front with a waterproof marker.
That's cool. Very cool. Very nice. I'm just there. Lily, I'm sorry, honey. Really, I am. Oh boy.
I want a snack, she says.
Hey. Oh my God, if I fed you now. Oh.
She says you feed me now and you'll have to feed me later.
Yeah, because she forgets that she was fed.
Well, it's not going to hurt her.
No,
You
I
know?
know. I know. I know it's not. I know.
Oh, come on, spoiler. She's old.
I know. I know. I hear you. What's a little extra tuna fish among friends?
Yeah, exactly.
I might give in. Well, sometimes recently, it's funny when I put the tuna fish out on the plate. Then the only reason she gets tuna fish, folks, is that's the only way I can get her meds into her. Otherwise, she would not be having tuna fish.
Yeah,
Believe.
that's just like the dogs. You have to find something that they really, really want to eat to get the meds
Yes,
in them.
yes. And the tuna is strong enough that I think it's got a strong enough flavor that it probably covers a lot of the medicine-y flavor
Yep.
of. And,
Oh, yeah, because they have good noses.
yeah. And I'll put it out on the plate. And when I'm measuring it out, it's like it looks like I have enough. And then I'll say, oh, that doesn't look like quite enough, and I'll add just a little bit more onto the plate. And that's what she leaves behind. I suggest not put that extra little dab on.
Well.
Just a little bit too much. So now what I've been doing is I've been covering that little bit with saran wrap, sticking it in the refrigerator, and later on in the afternoon, when she's looking for something to eat,
Yep.
she
Here's
gets
the
what
rest
she
of
didn't.
your snack.
Just like a kid, right? Here's the rest of your dinner. Let's see wow, they're really dinging up the storm here. Let's see. At least there's no tornado watches. That's fine with me.
Mm,
Freeze watch. Dense
yeah.
fog advisory. We've already been through. Oh, okay. We've already had that. All right. Nothing. So I guess everybody in the country, everybody in the United States pretty much is going to be affected by this event.
Yeah, I watched Ryan Hall last night. He's supposed to come on at 4 Eastern today to follow it along.
Okay.
I watch because it's like, well, I would need to know what I'm expecting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a good idea to be kind of forewarned.
Make a sequel,
Mhm. Right. Oh, yes. Okay. I can make us equal. I will. Come on. There we go. All right. Should we this way or this way?
It doesn't matter either way you would like.
I like it that way. Personally. Yes, the frogs. See, now she's. What is that? I got a paper bag yesterday. I loved it. At the liquor store. I got a paper bag because I bought 2 bottles. And they put one in so they wouldn't. When I think about those idiots at the car wash, I'm so mad because I would have not, honestly, I would not have opened the back hatch of my car until I've gone food shopping again. You know what I mean? And that could have been 2 more weeks from now. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
How are you? You're another one of those night owls.
Night owls. I stop in there a lot, but I don't usually chat. I just watch what they're doing.
I know, me too. Yeah. You're a night owl with Pink Poodle. You guys are normally, when do you guys start? Do you start? I mean, I know I've noticed, I've seen Pink Poodle on in the morning, and we're figuring that you haven't been to bed yet, but we are wondering when you actually start in the evening. 'Cause it's late before you guys get rolling. We were having this conversation about, like, Carol was awake at 2 o'clock in the morning and was looking for something going on. And oh, okay, it's only 8 a.m. All right, so you're an hour earlier than I am. Okay. You're up in Canada, right? Jane is in Canada, right? I think.
8 a.m. It's 9 a.m. here. She's in
Right.
the prairies. She's in the middle.
The middle part. Okay. Okay. I like that size. Whatever size that is, I like that size. So that'll be the size. Because it can be. Let's see. Agenda. I am okay to walk across the deck in snow, but sliding across on ice might be too much excitement for me. Oh, Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Well, I've told this story to some people in here. My son loves Canadian football. Don't ask me why, but he does. He loves it so much that his second son's initials are CFL.
Oh, wow.
His name is Callum Finn Lar.
Oh, wow.
CFL for Canadian football.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So he's and I think his team are the Edmonton
Right.
Edmonton Raiders, I think is his football team. I think I can't remember now. Thought I'd give this a little hingy thing. Or maybe not. I don't know. Just leave it alone for now. You can cut that. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Ann. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, let's make another one. Just leave it alone. I'll cut this up. So, I don't know. Can I get? No, you can't get. No. Okay. All right. I'm just talking. How many of you talk to yourselves?
Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that?
I can't believe that they have that blocked. Oh my gosh. Big Mama, they have you blocked because you said, wow, Jane, grab the bikini. Oh, Lordy.
Sorry, I wasn't looking up. I was rooting.
No, I just fixed it. I mean, but bikini, 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 bikini. So there. Yeah, and you that's where you'll see us. Yep, Dee Dee and Rosemary. Yep. Yep. Popo was in here earlier, Jane. That was a nice surprise.
I was going to use my watercolor and decided, nah, I'll just use the pencil
Okay.
to do my edging instead of inking or watercoloring around the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, Popo's still here. She's lurking.
Miss Popo. Yeah, you can wave to Jane. Yeah, there you go. Popo's going to find her way up into her craft room, I think, in the new year. That's the rumor on the street is.
There's Janice. She's lurking and working.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Lurking and working. Is this, I'm assuming, I don't know, is well, I guess this blizzard, I mean, this cold weather at least is going to go hit Texas too. If it's going to hit Florida, it's probably going to hit Texas.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I think it's going to become, unfortunately, the new norm. And if they're already up to the E's, then I don't know when does winter. The first day of winter is December 21st, right? The winter
Yep,
solstice.
yesterday.
So I wonder, when is winter officially over? Not over until June 21st?
June? Spring. Spring comes next.
Right. Well, is there a spring solstice or a summer solstice?
Spring.
Oh, okay.
It's all the seasons.
Oh, okay. Ooh, 16. That's going to be chilly. That'll be, have to get out your comforters. And get Jack to sit on your feet. Oh, April 21st. Yep. That's right. I love the name Jack for a cat. I think that's a cool name.
12/22/2022. Lots of twos.
Huh? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Dating my page, 12/22/2022.
Oh, wow.
He's done.
Let me see. Let me make you big, and let me do the big and. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's pretty. I love that. Never
Shall I give up.
There you go. Never say die. Damn the cannons, full. Oh, that's not the quote, but that was from Admiral Farragut when he took the port of New Orleans during the War of 1812. Something. And then what did John Paul Jones? What was his favorite? I'll never give up the ship, or something like that, when they asked him to surrender. All righty. So now these are various different sizes, but look, folks, I've just been farting around here. And now I have these little. Now let me get some papers. Interesting paper to put in them. We could use composition paper, right? You know what I used to have? I don't know where it is now. It's probably in the other room. See, that's what's happened. All of my craft stuff it's no longer contained.
It migrated.
It's migrated. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's migrated. It's gotten up and walked into the other room. It's in every friggin' room of the house. Now, my house is not very big, but it's in every room. There is something.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know why I get upset about that. It's my house, my house.
Yep.
And if I want shit in every room,
what I want when I want.
If I want stuff in every room, then I will have stuff in every room. It's my house. I'll do what I want to. I'll cry if I want to. Yep, Roy's hanging out. Mika's been here, lurking and about. She's a bit.
I love this one when I had that piece. A fiber artist finds her voice.
Yeah. Let me make you big
I like
again.
that
I can't. You big again?
Yep, a fiber artist finds her voice.
There you go. Yeah, I was watching that lady. That's right. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. It's my house and I'll make a mess if I want to.
Yeah.
It's my house and I'll make a mess if I want to. I was watching that lady that you were watching. And
Yesterday?
yeah, you told me about her.
Oh, Susan Taylor Brown. I love.
Yes.
She is so cool, so laid back.
What a lovely find.
Oh yes, I've been watching her for a very long time.
Well, she was totally new for me, and I just loved, just again the calmness, the laid
Yeah.
backness.
I love it.
She was just
She has a wonderful stream.
so charming and encouraging. She had some lovely things to say about you, Carol, which I thought was really nice.
I know.
She really was. I mean, and I wanted to comment, but I'm not subscribed to her channel, so I couldn't comment. So I'm subscribed now, which is fine, But initially,
Good morning, Violet.
Hey, Violet.
Make us both the same size.
Hey, Violet. Good to see you. Woohoo! Violet's in the house. That's a treat.
Yeah, we'll be lovely, crazy, early morning ladies again. And again, and again.
I don't even look. That's that mulberry paper that's got the leaves in it. But I didn't know I had an orange one. I got some. I was watching.
Sandy, you're there too. You go to Susan's.
Yeah. I was watching the like the second to last Wanderlust lesson for this year. I haven't done any of them, mind you, but I've watched them, and I will go back and watch them again. And it was interesting because she was doing a whole thing about all the different kinds of papers, and I thought that would be a fun stream because I've got. I mean, she had the Yupo. I have Yupo and Bristol board, and the watercolor paper, the different weights of paper. The mulberry, I think this is mulberry paper. It's got like embedded, it's got leaves and stuff embedded in it. And I had bought a pack of it. And this is the container it came in. Look at all this chunky stuff that's in this paper. It's really very cool. I've wooden buttons and
well, you need to make you bigger so we can see.
Oh, you can see the paper. Okay, let me go back.
Small.
Okay. Just talking about.
Make us even so everybody can see you.
I'm getting there, one click at a time.
There we go. I'm just going to tinker stitching some hexagons for a little bit.
All right. But paper, I know you get lost in it. And I have resume paper. I've got parchment paper. I've got freezer paper. Jelly paper. I mean, didn't really stop and think about all of the papers that I have collected, but I have quite a stash of various different types of paper. I don't have blue paper, and there's a stone paper that's made out of crushed stone, which I didn't know about.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, look, started in Mandela there. Yeah.
Something I want to do is, and I think I just found it and I put it somewhere in amongst all that stuff over there that I'm sorting.
Oh, the over there stuff.
Yeah, the over there stuff is drafting paper.
Yes.
I want to do some inking and drawing on drafting paper.
Yes. I had some drafting.
Lots of new things coming in the future, like for the new year. We're going to have a variety of stuff. It'll be fun.
I bought this is a pad of paper and it's perspective. It's 1 point perspective. And it comes with the lines on it already for you to draw. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see the lines? It comes on a pad. I got me some of that. And I borrowed this graph paper when I was subbing for a math teacher, which I thought was a little different. So I can use that in the thingy. I might as well use it, right? Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to hoard that because I think I want to put that in a. I'm going through a drawer that's labeled all sizes, all types of paper. That's what I'm going through right now.
Oh, wow.
And, oh,
Yeah,
look.
what are you saving it for? You know, you might as well start using it because
I'm going to start making more,
you don't want to end up in that, I'm just going to get rid of it pile.
Right.
Come on.
Look at that. That's.
Or your sons are going to turn around and say, Mom was a paper hoarder.
Yeah, sons are going to go, what in God's name has she been up to? We knew she was up to something, but we had no idea. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, look at all this stuff. What is
drafting paper with pencils, using pencils and colored pencils on drafting paper.
Well, this has to go in there, right? That paper has to go in there. It's a composition notebook. Got some composition paper. I got a whole shitload of that here. Huh. I had a steno pad too, but I can't find that now.
I've done the drafting on computers. I used to work in an engineering department, and I'd have to go in and make lots of edits on their drafting. I've done a lot of different things in my lifetime.
Yeah. Bits and pieces of things.
Yeah. Lots of people don't know my history, and I don't usually put my personal life out there for everybody, but there's some things that comes out, not much.
Yeah, my grandfather was draftsman.
I loved working in the drafting program. It was a lot of fun.
How about some of that? Yellow tracing paper. And I get some of this. Oh, look how nicely look how that's aged. I think I bought it that way. It's got aged around the corners. Okay. Well, I got enough paper for those little composition notebooks.
Hey, Anne, remember we were talking about this a day or so ago, how you connect your hexagons?
Yes.
When you want to connect the next one, you need to stitch it over here. Well, you have two options. You could turn it this way and stitch from the back, but the easiest way is just to fold this one in half. When you fold this one down, just fold this other one in half over here on the side, and then you can stitch along here.
Oh, okay.
So you've stitched here to here, and now you want to stitch the next one. So this one has to get stitched here, so you fold it down just to match up this side. Once you match it up, then just fold down that.
Okay, and then you do your running stitch, whatever you do across there.
Yep. Hi, Kimberly.
That's cool. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning to you. Glad to see you. Oh, wow. Yeah. Roy was in architect major for his first 2 years and then engineering program in high school, drafting, mechanical drawing. Yeah, when I was in high school, um, girls were not allowed to take any of those school courses. We had to take home ec, and I would have loved to have taken drafting and mechanical drawing, but girls were not allowed to do that. Fortunately, things have changed, but I was
Yeah.
really, I mean, the last thing I wanted to do was, honestly, make a skirt, but that's what we had to do. And then when my sons were in high school, that's when CAD was just coming about.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I worked in, CAD programs.
yeah,
That was 20 years ago for me.
yeah.
That's a long time ago.
It'll be 20 years ago for my sons. I mean, Dave's 46 and Rich is 43, so soon to be 44. So, but they got to do that and when they were in school, uh, girls could take shop and stuff like that.
And then when we did the, professional painting part of things in schools and different places like that, churches, fire departments, we'd have to read the blueprints. So I could read the blueprints to figure out how much paint we needed for the job. So, I did a lot of different things that pertain to blueprinting and job. I'm just not a artist type person. I have some smarts people don't realize.
Of course, we know you have some smarts. Now you're being silly.
Well, people don't know these things, and they act like you're just a little peon on a totem pole, and
No.
there's more to people than you think.
And you're not peeing from the totem pole, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jane, look, she went back to school in 2014 and got her CAD CAM after a layoff.
That's awesome,
She
Jane.
was 54. Yeah, it's never too old, never too late. Nope. Dual degrees in music engineering. Oh, okay, that's great because those types, at least in a lot of areas of the United States, it's when school budgets start to get cut, usually it's music and arts that get cut first, and it's so important to have those in the curriculum. So important to have music and art available to.
It is, because it's to me it's a stress relief for the kids.
Yes.
Amongst everything else, it's important, and they don't realize how important those little classes mean to some of those kids.
That's right. Yeah.
It helps them get through the tough stuff.
Yeah. And a lot of times, unfortunately, there may be an art teacher here and there that says some really very discouraging things to kids, and they are totally turned off. But and then they kind of lose.
Hey, there's Marty with the trolley.
I see Marty. Yes. Why would that be hidden? I guess they decided not to hide it.
Yeah.
I don't understand them hiding this stuff. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's the amount of icons, I think.
Oh, it's all of our emoji things that they don't like?
Yeah. They have
Well,
issues with
they need to get over that. That's for sure. She's in a great school system. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my granddaughter, she played a couple instruments. Now she's in choir. She loves art. So their school system also has it down there in Delaware. So
well, it's just there's something to be said for a liberal arts education especially in high school, but even in college, the good old-fashioned liberal arts. There's plenty of time to specialize.
Yep.
I took a sculpture course in college, and I loved it. I knew nothing about sculpture, other than looking at sculptures and statues, but I made a sculpture. I've told people, some people in the group know this story, but for my final exam, I made a bust, and depending on who you are and how you look at it, some people saw Mark Twain in the bust. Some people thought it was Einstein. I just did a guy with a nose and a mustache and big curly hair because I figured that was the best. That was the extent of my skill. And the base of my sculpture was a Ballantine beer can on a piece of plywood. And I built it up, and it was made out of a 25-pound bag of plaster of Paris. And I kept on layering up the plaster of Paris and chiseling it and layering it up. And you had about 20 minutes to work before it would start to set up. And this plaster of Paris would get hot as it would literally get heat hot. And then I'd walk away from it, leave it alone, and then go back to it. And this thing must have weighed, probably 10, 15 pounds. And I carried that everywhere. I had it on my desk when I was teaching. And students and they would go, that's Mark Twain. And I go, yeah, you're right. And then another student would come in and say, oh, look, Einstein. I said, yeah, it is Einstein. So
it's whatever your imagination sees.
Whatever it is. And when I moved here, I forgot to take it with me. I left it in the other house, and someone threw it away, I'm sure. So bye, Roy. Hey, Roy, have a good day. And don't work too hard. And don't worry about those whips out there. They're not that important.
Exactly.
So have a wonderful day. And if we don't see you again, have a wonderful holiday and Christmas. It should be fun. Might be chilly. So, okay. Well, we're going to hang in here until about 10.
Or you could take a break at breakfast and...
I think I might take a break. I might say...
I think, spend 3 hours and 30 minutes, so...
Yeah. I hate to leave all these lovely people here. I might... I'm so excited to have so many people in the chat. This is big numbers, folks. Big numbers.
Well, I hope to see everybody through the weekend. I'll be streaming, and then I think, isn't this weekend Christmas?
It is.
Yeah. So keep a look. Put your notifications on.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow is Fiber Friday.
Fiber Art Friday.
I always forget the art. Oh, speaking of art, I'm glad. I saw the neatest. That's right. Painty Girl's coming on. That's right. Thank you. 10 o'clock, correct? Kimberly, thank you so much for putting Lori's. Thank you for doing that. Yep. She's on at 10. That's correct. Yep. 10 a.m. East. I saw the neatest license plate yesterday. And if I hadn't been such a crazy day and I was still burning over the bullshit at the car wash, I would have, when this guy turned in, I would have followed him to his parking space. No, because he had the neatest license plate. He had it on the back of his car.
Kansas stalker.
Actually, it was a sticker, and this was the sticker. Let me do this.
Bye, Brenda. Good luck.
Bye, Brenda. You going to physical torture? Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Therapy? Yeah.
So Kimberly did put Paint Girlie's YouTube link in there. So please do make sure you click on that and subscribe to Paint Girlie. And
I'm getting there. Okay. So
and she's on at 10 o'clock Eastern. And if Carol will have me, I'll join her. Sure, Mika, you can join.
okay. I'm gonna make myself big so you can see.
Kathy's
This is
at 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, go ahead, make yourself big.
okay. Let's see. Maybe not. I'll just go to 2. Okay. So this is the sticker he had on the back of his car.
Oh, I've seen that around Earth
That's-
Art.
It's the only first time I'd ever seen that, but I just went, oh, I love that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
That is pretty cool.
It's the first time I'd ever seen that sticker. So
I've seen it on somebody's YouTube name, but I can't remember.
this guy was, it was a sticker on the back of his car. And I'm sorry I didn't follow him to his parking space and ask him where he got it, but I didn't. So. All right, guys, I'm going to say so long, and thank you so much for hanging out with us in the wee hours of the morning. It's a different outlook to start this early, and now that the juices are all flowing, and I'm all excited, I'm going to be making composition notebooks and maybe doing a little collage with my huge collection of little peach images. So,
Bye, Janet. Bye, Janet. Bye, everybody.
If we don't see you,
see you tomorrow.
Yep, see you tomorrow. Yeah, it's true. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.